Oh, yeah, I need proof. Good girl, hon. Oh, goddamn piece of shit. The phone sucks. You take a walk, hon. That girl, hon. Oh, bitch. Hey, Michelle. It's a beautiful day here today. Look at this great lake. And the female bluegills are protecting the eggs in their nest. Isn't that nice? Just a great day. It got down to 52 last night. At least when I went to Betty Bye. I partied last night at my friend's. Hey, Samka. Good morning to you. Checking on the bluegill to see how they're doing, make sure nobody caught them all. Oh, there's one right there. I don't know why I like this so much. Checking on these bluegills. There's a bald eagle's not in the tree today. This a nice looking view. Yeah, I did. I do hear from Tassie. I do hear from Kim. I've been getting a lot of emails from girls, different places, on help. There's a female bluegill right there. But I think they're. See the nest right here? See the female bluegill swimming around the nest? Hope you can see it. She's sitting right over her eggs right there. So cute. There's two of them, three of them, all sitting over their little nests. Nice to see they weren't caught by fishermen. See how she's swimming in circles? So cool. Anyway, a lot of other women have been contacting me, but as I said, I hate to do this too, to be honest with you. But I just don't want to get set up anymore with kooks and nuts and lunatics. If any women contact me, I want them to be happily married and just saying hello, not some stalking lunatic. Oh, Netherlands, how you doing, W? Yeah, it's hard to see, it's hard to see, but this phone sucks too. It's not bad under these conditions, but right here, there's three bluegill nests right there. See her swimming around in circles? There's one right in front of me, one to the left. There's three. Oh, that one's fanning the eggs right there. That's actually a sunfish, the one in the middle. See him fanning the eggs, all three of them. So interesting. I've never seen this before, by the way. See them fanning their eggs. There's three nests, three females, all doing a great job, keeping an eye on their eggs. See them going in circles? So neat. If they're still alive, most of them, yep. Some of them aren't. Brittany died. Sweet Pea died. It's terrible. I got to really check myself. When I start thinking of those girls, I think I could really get super depressed. I just like certain things you can just put out of your mind, and that's one of them. Raven too. I catch myself start thinking about that, and I could get really depressed about it. Oh, you can see the movement, but not the fish? Yeah, it's not that good. Let me see if I can zoom it in a little for you. I did take some video. It's not like the greatest event that ever occurred, but this goddamn guy in the boat making all these waves. I'll show you right now. Right there. Can you see it better now? Hi, hon. Three of them right there, going around in circles. I think it's really neat. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, I know why it happens and how it happens and all that stuff, but With Raven, I was thinking about this. I mentioned this before, but I think I'm gonna, I when these things happen or I meet these people, it's not like I'm trying to get into their lives and become friends and all that stuff. I meet them, I do what I can, meet their family through, I'm the one that called Raven's family when I found out she was killed. I couldn't believe that they didn't know it. And then I try and, do little things if I can and then get the hell out of there. I'm not trying to be, I'm like that with everything. I'm not trying to form some friendship. But occasionally, like I got nice cards and a couple little gifts and stuff like that from a couple of the sisters, beads and outdoor things. But I sent the one sister a text about 6 weeks ago because I was thinking about Raven, and I know they were trying. They did. I think they didn't have a headstone, and I know the other people have their own lives and blah blah blah. So I thought, well, hell, my YouTube money is getting better all the time. So I thought, well, I'll just buy a headstone. No big deal. But I don't want to be just sticking my nose into their business. And I text them and stuff, and I haven't heard from anybody. So I don't know whether they're not around. They don't want to do it. It's none of my business. It's hard to say. But I think it's all a big waste of time. But I did like Raven, and I do have sentimental attachments sometimes. Like I said, you can throw me in a dumpster when I die. I'm fine with it. I think the whole notion of a cemetery and a stone's nuts, but just in case I'm wrong, I'd like to do that for her. Hey, Semka. Yeah, I had my coffee here. Took forever at the coffee shop. There's the old undersheriff's wife works there. And she is the sweetest, nicest lady ever. She's got the greatest personality. She has two of the nicest daughters in the world. And her mother's nice too. It's just the whole family. It's super nice. And there was a time too when I was, having some pretty difficult times where I wasn't exactly the most popular guy with law enforcement. And she was aware of this. And she never treated me any different. Her husband did a little bit. But her daughters and her mother and she didn't. To me, that just speaks volumes. She had a chance to get on the bandwagon and she didn't do it. That was a great night for sleeping last night, wasn't it? Nice. Even Daisy got cold, which is rare. Dragonfly. Man, I think I'm lucky to be able to come here every day. This is so nice. My GoPro it put a little scratch in the body of the GoPro, but those GoPros are tough. That thing fell from the top of that 20-foot pole, hit concrete, smashed the lens, and everything still works. I wouldn't have thought in a million years that little bullshit storm would have been able to blow that pole over from that side, because I was on the other side, but it did. I'm gonna have to be more careful. I'm a little careless with my GoPro because it's not that expensive. Another thing I found out with GoPro, they say you have a year insurance. No matter what happens to it, they will for $99. So really, if you bust up your GoPro between buying the $49 thing that comes along the bundle and the $99, you're getting almost to $150 no matter what you do to it. So yeah, you can turn it in no matter what happens, but it's costing you about 45% of what a new one does. It's not like typical insurance. They don't tell you that until you go to make a claim. And I thought, well, this camera's not working right now. GoPro. Hey Dolly, how was that Lilac Festival? It's a campground over there. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. They won't tell. I talked to a really GoPro. They get a hold of you. 4K cinema night mode. The night time lapse works great. Use other settings other than night time lapse during low light conditions. It sucks. But like I say, for the money you pay for a GoPro, it does. Like, it's not everything. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Mott. Yeah. What you doing, hon? She's a woman. She's a woman. What you doing, honey? You wanna go bye-bye or what? You wanna go swimming? Wanna go swimming? Go take you swimming, honey. I think Daisy wants to go swimming. Wanna go swimming, hon? Come on out here. Dad, take you swimming. They put you in, hon. Wanna go swimming, hon? Okay, come here. Come here. Daisy, come here, hon. Here, come over here, hon. Take you swimming. Come here, babe. Come here. Come here. I'll take you swimming, hon. Come here, honey. Daisy. Hey, I'm right behind you, hon. Here, hon. Stroke it away. Wow. Wow, hon. No, they're not going to tell you. Look at Daisy staying in the water. You getting extra cooled off, hon? Yeah, just me. Nope, just me. You're still probably losing your mind, though. Nothing wrong with that. Ready to party, hon? Hey, Matthew. What'd you file for? Stimulus money, Stacy? Yeah, you'd have a good dog. Be careful the kind you get, though. You don't want to get one that's expensive grooming, one that has a lot of health problems like a retired greyhound, one that's impossible to housebreak like an Italian greyhound. You don't want an animal aggressive pit bull. Get one that's conducive to your living environment. A mutt is healthier genetically. Yeah, Daisy's a really good dog. I hear a woodpecker. Oh, your federal tax return? Yeah, you should have got it by now. There's beautiful singing birds. Nice and cool today. This is how June's supposed to be. Not that inferno we had for 5 days in a row. Here's one of these guys with a $10,000 bass boat. Ready to go bye-bye, hon? Daisy, ready to go bye-bye, hon? Oh, it pissed me off too. I think there's a way you can check, can't you? What's taking so long? See those fish sitting on their nest? Pretty cool. Yeah, Daisy's a good dog.
Must mostly be done, huh?
Yeah, there's 3 of them that are out there, and I noticed supposedly the bass are doing that too. And there's 3 big bass that hang off the end of this. Yeah, they say they're.
They should be done spawning.
Yeah, there's some. Some of these guys know everything about fish. They said they're not biting that great, and these 3 big ones never bite anything, so maybe it's true. Glad this weather cooled off.
I usually see quite a few more bluegills. Maybe it's earlier.
Yeah, I never see them.
It must be getting a little late. There's a couple more
Yeah,
birds out there.
yeah. There's like 5 of them out there.
5?
Yeah, there's 3 right together.
Yeah, there's some bluegills. Not as many as I thought.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how they wash out that little area with their tail.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Very, very.
I mean, it really is.
And deep that hole is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yep.
yep, unbelievable.
I was reading an article today on whitefish, and I guess there's a time of the year they catch them on these spinners. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't. They're a bottom feeder, I thought.
Yeah, no, there's a article in the
deep water, 90 feet deep.
Yeah, no, they talked about the piers on the west side of the state, and a certain time of the year they will hit spinners.
Ain't that something?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Sure.
They changed the laws on catching whitefish, so it's in court right now. That's why the price went up so much.
Is that right?
Yeah, they changed the rules. If you
No,
go,
I didn't know that.
yeah, if you Google it, you'll read about it. Yep.
For the like commercial guys.
Everybody, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, I fished Higgins Lake for whitefish.
Oh, really? There's whitefish in there, huh?
Yeah.
So they're putting them in there, huh?
Well, I don't know if I think they've been there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think they've been there. Good size, 3-pounders.
Yeah, how's that place holding up, Higgins Lake? Still nice?
I know. I don't know. I imagine it is. You can probably get on there for a property for like $1 million.
Yeah, I know.
Probably
Yeah, I know.
starting at $1
Yeah,
million.
I know. Crazy.
Yeah, unreal. I'm on Secord Lake, and we don't have water right now. Not much.
Because of
the 3 dams.
Yeah.
4 dams.
Do you have any?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I see they had that temporary bridge closed there going through Edenville, and is it open again?
Yeah, it is. It's good now.
It is.
They claim it's temporary, but it could be temporary for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's a weird looking bridge. It looks like it's.
I haven't been over it.
Yeah. Yep. Too bad on that marina. I guess they're hanging in there though.
Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, it's everybody's suffering around there, you know.
Yeah. You tell them to reassess your property values now that there's no water.
No, they ain't gonna do that just yet.
They should, though.
Oh yeah, they should. And it's not done, I'm sure. But
No,
there's
that
a
was
big bass right there.
yeah. There's 3 huge ones out here. Come here, Daisy. Daisy, come here, hon. I mean, that I see a lot. They
Yeah,
could
I
be
just see
different
it.
ones, but
I just see the one big one.
come here, Daisy. Daisy, come here. Come here.
That's a nice sized gill right there, though.
Come here, hon. Yeah, it is. Come here. Get out of the way. Out of the way.
Well, take care, mister.
All right, take it easy, man. Daisy, come here. Come here. Get over here. Come on. Come on, Daisy. Come on, Daisy. Ready to go walkie bye-bye, Daisy? Hope your water comes back.
Thank you, buddy.
That sucks.
It'll come back.
That could all been prevented.
Oh yeah.
I know. That guy lives on a lake, Secord Lake, and you know where I go and do those videos where the dams were breached? They were breached, they didn't fail. It's a different definition. All those lakes like are about a foot of water. Can't fish, swim, boats, nothing. And it's a crime. There's laws on the books. At the bottom of the internet, you can't. You'll actually get a ticket for it. Daisy, come here, hon. Look at this. Look at there. Come here. Come here. Want this? Yeah, hon. Oh, that'll be good. It's a good day. Dallas probably be pretty nice. Did you get a pizza at that place? Yeah, that's good pizza near the Rite Aid. And actually, that's not half-ass bad barbecue. North of Taos on the east side of the road. It's Route 23 barbecue or something. It's pretty good too. Oh, wow. Daisy, you ready to party? Let's go. Daisy wanted to sleep in today. Look at these slobs leaving their garbage out here. Let's go party, hon. Good girl, hon. Go out to the park. Hey, take that little 2-year-old out to the beach, because even though all that erosion did a lot of change, there's been a new 1 foot lagoon created right outside of the clubhouse. It's perfect to take a little kid out. It comes up to your knees, all sand, nothing to worry about stepping on, warm water, no riptides. Take that little kid out there today. It's the best place you could ever be on the Great Lakes to like acclimate a young child to water. Simka, I think you'd really like up around here and where Dolly's going today. I think you'd really enjoy it. Yeah, you should take them out there, Dolly. It'd be a good day to do it. It's really nice. I don't know if you've been out there lately, but a whole new, brand new shallow beach has been created. All beautiful sand. You can park right in front of it and just walk there and just walk right in. The kids will love it. Nothing to worry about. Hey, Laura. Hey, Marlies. Yeah, I think you would. You'd have liked it last night. 52 degrees, sleeping weather. Birds singing. Daisy hanging out with Dad. Dad gets Daisy her dinner every day. Yeah, at the state park, it's absolutely fantastic. That all that erosion, Mother Nature created a lagoon. It's beautiful, totally safe. It would cost you $500,000 to create that on your own intentionally, and here it is, all natural. That's the gift brought back to the area by Mother Nature. No, it is super nice. I'm not kidding. When you get there, you'll know exactly what I mean. It's that whole horseshoe shaped area. Right when you get there, where you pull in, you can see the lighthouse off to your left. Just park there, and it's like perfect. The water's warm because it's not deep. You can just have so much fun. Kids can fall off. You're not worried about them drowning. You can see through. It's perfect. It's a perfect place to take young kids, especially today. I bet that water is just crystal clear, smooth. Yeah, it'll be a good time for them. Yeah, it'll be a good time. Take your camera with you because it's a perfect environment for like photos of little kids getting used to the water. Yeah, we're really lucky. But this place I'm telling Dolly about, it's really nice. Now you can't do that anywhere I know of, like in Lake Michigan, certainly not Lake Superior, and I don't know of any other area like that. From Bay City North all the way up to the bridge. That's a unique place. If you look on a map, if you look at Taos Point State Park, you'll see how it's protected in the way that, in that way that area is. The water goes by it. It creates just a unique experience in the winter and the summer. It's always different. But how that area came back after that heavy erosion, if you look on a map, it'll make sense to you. And how that Mother Nature brought back all that sand and created this giant picture perfect lagoon for young kids to have fun in. You couldn't ask for more. Hey, Cheryl. Oh, that a girl. Yeah, it's really nice. Hear the birds singing? Oh, good, Bobby Joe. Yeah, it is. Daisy reminds me of E.T. Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah, she likes just hanging out. You know, there's somebody going out there on one of those boards you stand out up on. Looks like a surfboard. It's like a young kid, no life jacket. Once you get out just a little further than where they're at, it's about 60 feet deep. Yeah, I should get some stickers made of Daisy. Nah, I'm not really into camping. No, I never really got into it. I don't like being around that many people and parked right next to them and getting planter's warts at the shower. Where's Algonquin? Where is Algonquin? How far north? How far north? Well, that never worked here. The metric system never worked. They tried and people just wouldn't do it. I don't know why. It just never happened. Oh, in the middle? I probably have been up around there, yeah. I think I have. When are you guys going to open your borders? Hey, Carla. Oh, good, yeah. I haven't been to Toronto in about 35 years. Maybe 45. Astro's running like a top. Running like the day it came off the assembly line. Hey, did you guys see that little glitch in the Powerball numbers the other day? They couldn't come up with the winning numbers in some states. Now there's a good looking little view up here. Actually, here it is right here. Feeling good, man? I'm in West Branch. Alfalfa fields. The green fields of West Branch is where I'm at. Fields of green. Oh, good, Michael. Oh, good for you. Oh, thank you, Kalervo. Yeah, I hope you have a good day as well. We're just checking out the green fields of West Branch, Michigan. This place they rent out for a lot of graduations over here. Yeah, thank you. What do you want me to do with it? It's like the old days up here before the world went crazy. Renting places, graduations. Abandoned farms. Whole barn fell over. Hey, how you doing, Ray? Look at the daisies. Spring daisies. You see the spring daisies here? Show more architecture. Oh, it's blurry. Yeah, it's a crappy, you must be getting a bad cell phone. Shut up, Blue Jay. Look at these old wood beams that came out of a barn, probably. Yeah, Blue Jay, yep. Shut up, Blue Jay. Getting on my nerves. I need to take some infrared photos out here. I might go back and get my camera and do that. Shut up, bird. There's another one making that computer noise. There goes a baby groundhog. It's Tom, T-O-M Reed, R-E-E-D, 1956 at gmail.com. Shut up, bird. Sounds like a bird of paradise. They're making those noises. Getting on my nerves. You have a good day, Susan. I want you to hum "Oh Canada" while you're walking around. Yeah, it's a good place. I have taken photos out here before, but never infrared. But it's got a lot of metal, got a lot of green. It's perfect. Red-winged blackbirds. Green fields of West Branch. Come on, hon. Daisy, come over here, hon. Let's go. I want you drinking out of that pond. Come here. Hey, no. Hey, get over here. No. Hey, get over here. No. I want you drinking out of that water, honey. See all these old beams out of these barns? From the green fields of West Branch. Come on, hon. Come on, hon. Hey, Lethea. Hey, Shannon. This is a farm that raised different generations of families. Old TV antenna on the roof. One day the last person left, never came back. These silos used to be filled with corn. Now it's just a vacant rubble. Come on. Yeah, I'm partying. I'm giving a tour of the green fields of West Branch. Come on. Even the trees are dead. Come on. I'm gonna leave you here, hon. I'm going bye-bye. That's my girl. That a girl. Oh yeah. One. Green fields of West Branch. Oh, you'd like it, Simka. Don't take your dog with you, though. Freak him out. Oh, he might freak out at the car wash. Oh, she's hot. Now that's going to be coming back to Connection. It's going to be the, what was that show on TV? The something Connection, Love Connection, Chuck Woolery. It's going to get better. Yeah, they give me a strike. emergency helicopter in months. Excuse me. Ah, jeez. Good girl, hon. Thank you. Thank you. I need it. I watched over an hour of pornography. No, that's not true. Frank Denny didn't kill any of the women. That's not true. And they never really thought that I did it. And he had nothing to do with it. That's not true. I mean, he's a jerk and a moron, but he didn't have anything to do with it. So good job, Shannon. Ready to get rid of that guy. We don't want any drama starters over here. Get lost, hit the road. Quit making up bullshit. Oh, cool, Renee. That's good. No, Angel was not killed in this building. Not by him. A lot of people end up dead there. He didn't do it. Don't worry about it. Keep your nose out of people's business. Quit starting rumors. Oh, we're here. Yeah, big. Yep, another rumor starter troublemaker. Hairspray. I got $6.65 donated to me today. Thank you. Daisy, you partying with Dad today, hon? Oh, you got Daisy's got pickers in her face. That's why she was taking so long. Oh, hon, I'll get the pickers out of your face. Come here, hon. I got it. Daisy had pickers in her face. Was trying to pull them out. Wonder what was taking her so long. Hey, Renee. You starting trouble here? What is with these crazy people? I got him out. I got him out of her face. Yeah, it is. They're weird. Hey, Buttercup. No, I haven't seen. I thought I heard a locust a couple weeks ago, but I don't think I did because I doubt one would have just made a 10-second noise and then quit. No, I have not. I hope we do get them. Yeah, I hope we do. People are crazy, for sure. I'm gonna go in here and get an extra Lotto 47. I need to win this money. I want to open a chain of adult bookstores. Brian, are you looking for a job? I'd like you to manage the Michigan region. Yeah, they do buttercups. True. That's why I never had any. I think I had a just a feeling come to me and say, "Don't have kids." I'm glad I didn't. All right, Brian. Well, you're hired without an interview. I want to win this money and go hog wild. I don't blame you. You deserve it, Buttercup. You deserve it. Yeah, that's how life is, though. Nothing is as it seems like it's going to be. Welcome to the real world. I know you're telling the truth. No, I don't doubt that at all, Buttercup. I think for every son or daughter that goes to Harvard and turns into a rocket scientist, there's 99 that are drug addicts, drunks, borrow money they never pay back. I think it's worse than an Indian casino. Not counting Turtle Creek, of course. Yeah, seems like it. Never is, Carla. You got it. Just remember this, though, people. If you're ever feeling down, life's dumped on you and you're depressed, think of it this way. Please think of it this way. You could have been married to Craw Debbie, 2-ton toothless Texan, and Miss Piggy in Chattanooga. So if you think your life went down the wrong trail, just think of that. And be prepared for a body shock. Yeah, no, I mean you could actually have to crawl into bed with one of these beasts at night. And that's worse than bankruptcy, losing a limb, early termination, having your retirement terminated, food poisoning, toothaches. It could be much, much worse. Put it in perspective. The 2-ton toothless Texan that claims she used to be a stripper. I just do not believe that. Absolutely not. I think that had to have been at least 150 pounds ago. I mean, who's shitting who? That'd be like me replacing Tom Jones in Las Vegas. I mean, give me a break. Yeah, you're right. They totally do. There's a Barbara Ray. Let me tell you what happened on this old kook. She's just real nasty blonde. She sounds on the phone like she ate a handful of sawdust, then washed it down with lighter fluid. But old sucker me, I was down in one of those abandoned houses down around Saginaw, and I found a key that, had been there, who knows, and she got a hold of me and said she'd really like that key. So I sent it to her. No big deal. I do stuff like that. And before you know it, she's sending me texts, and she knew I was going down south, would I like to stop by, and I just blew her off. No, I didn't want to stop by. I talked to you on the phone. You seemed like a nut job. I just blew her off. And then after a while, she got on the hate bandwagon. But that's an example that I never told you about before. Just another stalking, raspy mouth pig that tries to start trouble. Somebody sent me a screenshot of her saying that if I'd ever showed up, her husband would have kicked my ass. I didn't even know she had a husband. I didn't ask. It didn't matter because I was never going there. But these stalking, weirdo, wacko, bleach blonde, frog talking bitches do nothing but have a bullseye on you to cause trouble. Seriously. Yeah, and I just same with Catherine 313. Just another stalking lunatic, Freddy Krueger hybrid. It's just that's why I'm totally not doing this anymore. I'm sure I'm gonna shortchange myself on meeting someone nice that you wouldn't mind having a friendship with, but I'm not taking that chance anymore. This stalking lunatic from Indiana put the cherry on the top. That's the way to do it, Buttercup. Yeah. Yeah, I'm serious, man. I could go on. There's been bunches of them. I'm going to keep the moderator I have now. Keep in touch with the people I know that haven't tried to call me a drug pusher, murderer, rapist, liar, con artist, manipulator, user. They say that I degrade people when I talk to them. I don't. I describe them to a T. Nobody wonders who bulging, blue-eyed Debbie from Flint is, Miss Piggy from Chattanooga, or two-ton toothless Tessie from Texas. Everybody knows exactly who I'm talking about, and they know this because of the way I described them. Thank you. Yeah. I'll tell you another lunatic, too. This kook sent me a big, giant Christmas card. Seemed nice. How you doing? Tasha Harris from UK. She really seemed like a decent lady at the beginning. Then just like Angie and Sharon and Debbie, they went into hate channels because they couldn't provide any content. And she's, putting Chosen One in her titles and badmouth and Gerald and Maddie. But her channel's died too. It's going nowhere. She really seemed like a good person at the beginning, but all these people, that's how they worm their way into getting to know you or getting your phone number, your email, your address. I haven't answered an email of hers in over a year, happily. Yeah, there's something really wrong with these people. I got a couple on my radar if I have to. I got hours and hours of conversations that if I see these people talking this shit about me. You see how the one with Indiana, she shut the hell up, didn't she? Did you see her making any more videos about me after I uploaded that audio? Hell no, she shut her ass up. And the rest of them better do it too, or you're gonna listen to conversations they have with me that's gonna depict the real them. I'm gonna lay it right out there and you can hear it for yourself. Bingo, bammo. Old P.I. Reed here checking in. It's called covering your ass. And that's exactly what I did. Up until I popped that tape out there for you to hear, it was, oh, your videos are great. Daisy's so cool. Everything you do is wonderful. Do you walk on water? I love everything you do. Then when I called that lunatic out, she snapped. And if I hadn't had that audio, you may be believing that bullshit. Fatal attraction, boiling rabbits' heads in pots. I let them go. Snakes on the plane. That's what I think of when I think of them. Snakes on the plane. Yeah, I'd do some old timers if I would. Yeah, I'm going to get going. I'm going to have a whole new format coming up. I really am. I'm going to do a lot of different things. You're not going to know where I interview people anymore. You're not going to know how to contact them. I'm not going to promote any more channels, no more links to new channels. Nothing. You can thank Sharon for that. And a couple of these other loons. Yeah, really weird husbands and friends, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I'm still going to do working girl interviews, but I've already dumped a bunch of them that I talked to before, about half. Troublemaking, manipulators, backstabbing. I mean, like I said, a drug issue is one problem. Being a big, giant, troublemaking asshole is another. So when I see that part of them, I'm gone. Tassie's been great. Kim's been great. A lot of good people out there I met. Yeah, Charlie, that was really good. Yeah, I do interviews like that all day long if I could. Really good guy. I plan to get out there again this fall. I love that area. I just hit the road, highway to hell. I plug it into my CD, DVD. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I got tons of. If I go on there and I see these people telling lies about me, you're gonna listen to some audio from them. It's gonna rock your world. You're gonna find out the truth. And here's the thing too. Like if I was a bullshitter or trying to portray a part of me that I didn't want you to see, I would have edited the hell out of those conversations I uploaded. But I let you have it. I get pissed. I give them both barrels, and I want you to hear it. And I could probably handle it better, but you get pissed and you tell them off. So I did. Hey, Tammy. No. But I know what they're doing, and I know what I'm doing. And even sweet Maddie, she's got more subscribers and views and attention and relationships than all of those people to put together. Bulging blue-eyed Debbie, two-ton toothless Texan Angie, and Miss Piggy in Chattanooga. No one wants to listen to these women talk bad about people. I mean, they have no content. Sitting in a chair, chain smoking with 2 railroad spikes drilled in your chipmunk cheeks. I mean, who would want to watch this? And on top of it, if it isn't bad enough, talking about sex on top of it. Did anybody want to listen to Mama Cass talk about sex? Really, please step up and introduce yourself, because I think you're lying. Yeah, I can understand I can understand a train wreck. I get that, right? But there's still a basic bottom uh, formula that needs to present itself. Like, I think that's how Debbie gets the people that watch hers. You can't believe a woman that's almost 50 years old is this big of a dirtbag and that crappy of a parent, and talks like a 14-year-old valley girl that's hip with living in the hood. I mean, it's so pathetic and sad. Yeah, she really is. No, Blabbles is really disgusting. I think it could be the most unattractive woman I've ever seen in my life. If it came down to I had a day to live and Jesus came down, oh, I shouldn't have said that, Simca. And it was an hour with a hairy truck driver that hadn't taken a bath in a month, or an hour with bobbles in a hot tub, I think I'd take the hairy trucker. Because at least he wouldn't have 2 railroad spikes drilled into his fat cheeks. Yeah. I mean, God knows what it took to put those through those cheeks. Maybe a pile driver, nail gun, blasting cap. Yeah, the 2 railroad spikes that Miss Piggy has in her cheeks. Yeah. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. And she thinks she's relevant, providing like information to people. It's just crazy, man. And if you ever listen to the people on her panel, they're all a bunch of misfits too. Poor grammar. I'm sure none of them can write. I think all of them are probably on some kind of disability. 20 of them living in an upstairs flat. I don't blame you, Buttercup. Yeah. Yeah, old goth. I mean, I think if You know, they have those get-togethers, these goth events, but I don't even think she's that. It's just weirdness. Somebody sent me an email this morning. They said she rolled over in the middle of the night sleeping and killed 3 rats. Yeah. No, it's that behemoth in Chattanooga, Tennessee that talks about sex. Yeah, well, then you should get to know her because you'll feel better about yourself and just thank your creator that you're not her. Yeah. Yep. But you know, there's a certain age that you get where the metal's got to come out of your face. I mean, come on, people. I mean, what are you trying to prove here? I'd like to just get a branding iron and brand chosen one in her forehead. There's certainly enough space. Yeah. Now she's going to say that I degraded her. I think I spelled out exactly what she looks like to a T in the most polite and eloquent way possible. Trying to be kind, and I don't get any credit for it. Oh, Savage one. Hey, Daniel. Oh, don't do it. No, I don't like. I don't really like tattoos. I mean, if people get them, that's fine. But there's nothing worse standing in the Walmart line 10 minutes before they're closing, and you see some super overweight woman with a tramp stamp when she bends over to get her bridge card. I think I'm gonna drop Daisy off before I get my lottery tickets. Poor man's tax lottery tickets. I'm gonna buy Gideon's Bibles for you to hand out, Simka. If I hit it big, I'm gonna get a truckload of small Bibles for you to hand out. No catch, just a gift from me to you. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Yeah, I mean, each his own. I just don't like that. I just don't like them for some reason. They don't interest me. If I see a attractive woman that's got a big tattoo, it just kind of turns me off. What tattoo? What's it say? I mean, to each his own. It's everybody's individual opinion. Look at these cute little kids riding their bikes. 2-ton Tessie, bulging blue-eyed Debbie. 2-ton toothless Texan. Miss Piggy in Chattanooga. Yeah, I don't buy anything anymore. I just sent some lady a necklace that I had. She wants to send me something. I said, no, it's okay. Glad you like it. Enjoy it. Party on. I don't expect anything in return except not being stalked. Evidently, the pizza places cannot get. Look at this guy. Turn, dumbass. The pizza places cannot get enough people to cook the pizzas. When's Father's Day? Tomorrow? Oh, the 20th? Really? Yeah, okay. Father's Day doesn't mean a thing to me because I wore rubbers. Here's my neighbor that doesn't like me, which I don't care about. Probably saw a Playboy book instead of a Playgirl. Got offended. Daisy, you ready to go here and party, hon? Miss Peggy in Chattanooga. That big smoking behemoth that badmouths me all the time. Yeah, I got a patio in the back. I never use it though. Once in a while I cook a hamburger out there. Come on, baby. I go out there and party. Daisy gets heat sensitive. So Dad lets her go inside and she can party. Want to go inside, hon? Party? Dad, be right back, hon. I leave the storm thing in because she's aggressive. She'll rip the screen. I'll be back, hon. Got the air conditioning for you. Two-ton toothless Texan. Bulging blue-eyed Debbie. And Miss Peggy in Chattanooga. Here's my neighbor. He's a good guy down there. He's down there partying. I'll show it to you. I've been back there a bunch of times. I'll show you the back if you want to. I have parties back there. They're bringing a bunch of strippers. I make sure I put Visqueen around it so it doesn't blow my image of a helpful, kind guy. I don't want to be interviewing working girls and pretending I'm helping them when I'm having strippers show up to private parties. So I cover mine in Visqueen. And I play gospel music, not to draw attention. And we get blow-up pools and drink all night. I'm going to show you back here. So fun. It's pretty nice today, not bad. The sprinklers, I think our sprinklers have been hacked by Russian spies. Vern, you out there? Our sprinklers are coming on the day instead of the night. Do you think it's a Russian spy? These are our balconies right here. Everybody's got like, that's mine with the rock on the top. You see that big jar of empty KY jelly? That's mine. Russian spies. Yeah. When I first looked at this place, I thought, who would ever buy these places? You know, I bought mine for 75 grand. And because you face the back of a golf course like this, and then the front of it, the back of a Walgreens. I mean, I do have a decent house in Florida, but other than that, I've never lived in expensive houses. It really never interested me. You know, a couple $100 grand or something like that. And, you know, an average middle class things. But I bought this place because I was in kind of a jam. I had to get out of Chicago. I was moving up here and I needed a place to store all those antiques and stuff I had. So when I saw the basement, I thought, this is great. So I said, I don't want this. I don't want to be living behind a Walgreens and behind a golf course. So I bought it because, you know, it was either that or 200 grand for a place without as much storage. Let me tell you this, it's the best place I ever bought. It's a silver lining. It's just like getting set up in an arranged marriage with a girl with no breasts. Cuppers? And you tell all your buddy, you know, I like everything about her, but she just doesn't have any boobs. And then as time goes on, you start to love her for different ways. And after a couple of years, you don't even like big boobs anymore because you were lucky enough to meet this beautiful woman and she completely changed your mind on the way you viewed things. And that back to the condo. So now that I got this and I've lived here and, you know, I'm not trying to impress anybody, it's the best place I've ever lived. Yeah, it's true. I don't have the greatest view, but It's not like you're sitting around eating a gummy looking out your window for the rest of your life. Yeah, I look at it from time to time. I'd like to be looking out at a bunch of lily pads, but I'm not. But when I get sick, I walk over to Walmart's in my pajamas. When I want something to eat, I walk across to the strip mall for Thai food. When I want to take Daisy out, winter, summer, I'm allowed. I know the guy that owns the golf course to walk her. So this has been the best place I've ever owned. I've never had a payment. My taxes are around $1,600 a year. And I can usually see a stalker coming by the time they make the turn off the main drag onto Fairview. So this is a perfect place for me. Cheap. I know, I'm sure I'm never going to live in another place. You look at what they're getting for housing now. They do the same thing I do. Brush your teeth and go to bed and get up the next day. It's not worth a payment. Fuck it. As soon as I cash out on my Florida place, it's going to be nothing but one big giant sex party. Yeah, well, those things, they're starting to, you can't even find them up here anymore. These places are selling for like 125, 150,000 now, which is still cheap in the whole scheme of things. The problem is there are no jobs up here. You know, unless you work for the state or the county or, you know, some shit like that, or you're self-employed, you're going to be working for $11 an hour someplace. So if I had to work, it wouldn't be that great. But to just come up here and fuck around, party, take photos, videos, walk my dog, it's perfect. Plus there's wildlife up the ass here. All sorts of birds. Yeah. No, houses are crazy, man. They're absolutely not worth it. No way in hell is a house worth that. No way. Especially to a guy like me. There's that dog barking. Is that my neighbor's dog? Oh yeah, you just let him. This is the sweetest dog in the world. This little poodle. He got loose. He's the sweetest dog. He's always trying to get Daisy to play, but she never wants to. He barks, but I don't care. It's not like a noisy bark. His owner's going inside. He's a sweet dog, though. No, if I lived down here, I'd cut your lawn for free. Hey, boy. Hey, buddy. This dog is so damn sweet. Hey, buddy. Oh yeah, huh? You in a good mood today? You in a good mood today? Oh yeah, how the neighbor dog, huh? Oh yeah, hi honey. You good boy? So sweet. Yeah, I'd cut it. I don't care. I would cut somebody's grass. I like doing stuff like that. I hope a hurricane crops up this year because I got a couple houses I can watch down there in Hilton Head. I told them I'll paint your damn inside of your house while I'm there. I can't seem to paint mine, but I'll paint yours. It's easier to do things for other people than it is yourself sometimes. Yeah, he's a cute dog. Yeah, cutting grass. That's another waste of time too, cutting grass. It is so stupid. I mean, it's just stupid work that gets you nowhere, doesn't increase the value of your house. It's so dumb. That's one thing I give the desert people for, even though I didn't live out there. I'd rather have like rocks in Las Vegas or New Mexico or Utah. Cutting grass, these people that cut like 10 acres all the time, they need their heads examined. That robin right there's got a nest right around the corner. She's got a worm in her mouth. I hope the ants are out today. So I want to use my 15 power on my GoPro. Put classical music to ants. That's what I want to do. Oh, are you TGIF? Yeah, it's the same place. Yep, same place. Yep. I feed those cats when times get tough. I'm not really into it that much. I just do it. I'm not a big cat lover. I did pay to get him spayed and neutered. It's because I like birds more than I like cats, and there'll be a lot less cats because of that. You get a deal on it. There's some outfit that comes up from Pontiac, believe it or not, a motorhome, and they spay and neuter these cats for like 22 bucks each. So I paid for like 25 of them. You get pitched on it. A couple dykes come over here that love cats and hit me up for money. It's like, well, how many cats would you be willing to sponsor? It's like, well, how about 25? Like 500 bucks, big deal. I think it's well spent when you consider the songbirds that are laying eggs now instead of not being on this earth. Yeah, I own it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like that. You only got a small window in the summertime of looking at the desert and thinking it's beautiful. I agree, there are certain times, but that 10 degree bullshit, no thanks. I do like green. I just don't like maintaining it. I think it's a big waste of time. And that Roundup and all that shit, that is really bad for everything. Bees, ladybugs, God knows what else it messes up. Weed whackers. That's why I don't have to do any of that stuff here. 100 bucks a month maintenance fee. Don't do shit. Now they're not doing the greatest job since the other lady left. As you've noticed, one of the hedges in front are grown over everybody's front window. Oh, 10,000 feet? Yeah, it'd be cool. Yeah, it might be cool, but I like mountains. I like visiting, but I don't want to live in them. I don't care where it's at. Colorado, White Mountains in New Hampshire, Vermont. Smoky Mountains you couldn't give me. It's air pollution. That'll give you lung problems. Denver, super high pollution. Phoenix, pollution up the yin yang. Where's that place they grow all the vegetables in California? Fresno? Pollution up the ass. Massage parlors? No, there aren't any. They don't have those around here. They basically shut all those down, They're all afraid to get nailed for that sex trafficking. No, they've never been up here anyway. All these guys act like, oh, it's a massage parlor. They make sure they only go to them when they're downstate, and then they come up here and act like they're bad and that you shouldn't be around. You know how that shit is. If I could just flip a switch and show you a printout of everybody that watched porn up here last night, it would be just like my tape recorded phone calls. There'd be a lot of people shutting their ass up. Because here they say they don't watch it and they don't do it and they don't want it in their community, but they're going to other people's community to watch it. Bunch of phony hypocrites. Yep. Nah, but the day of the massage parlor, they're so paranoid now. You'd have to go there 100 times before you get jacked off. You'd be just getting massages, which is why you didn't go there. You can go to a regular massage thing, a legitimate. Yeah, you know what a legitimate was. That's one where you go, there's no happy ending. Massagey here. So you're getting a massage, you got a stiff neck. Oh, you got somebody. These people are fringe too, these massage therapists. They don't have like normal jobs. They kind of fit into this. They fit this profile. They all seem to be kind of strange. I'm sure you know people that do it that are not. But most of them, they can't get a regular job. So this pays more than the local Dairy Queen. So they go into massaging. You couldn't give me $10,000 an hour to massage people. I would just find it so gross. But anyway, you go in, we got them up here. We've got 2 or 3 legitimate massage places. You bring out another $50 bill and lay it on the towel, they're going to say, what's this for? It's like, you know what it's for. It's like, no, I don't. It's like for a happy ending. Where's the doily? It's like, well, we're not like that here. It's like, oh, give me my 50 bucks back then. It's got to be Asian. Massagey hair. Yeah, it's massagey hair. It's overrated when you get older, but it's not overrated when you're younger. That's how we all got here. It's all hormone based. When you're young and you see a cute guy, if you're a girl, or a girl sees a cute guy, man, you're on that shit. You can go shop for garbage can lids and be up all night long and go to work the next day because it's just so fun flirting and being around them. And when you're young and you got a new sex partner, there's nothing like it. But when you get old, it's like, oh God, do I have to do this? It's overrated when you get old. That's why I call bullshit on these shows like when Sally Jesse Raphael used to be on Oprah. You'd have a couple of old bags on there with their old husbands that had to take a handful of Viagra and they'd be smiling and holding hands. Right away, I spot bullshit. Then they say that they're having the best sex they've ever had in their life and it didn't start happening until they were 60s. Horse shit. Bullshit. This is just like how the self-help section is so large in a bookstore. Who doesn't have something they'd like to work on? So you walk through there. Oh, are you depressed? Half full, half empty. Be happy. Chart your own course. Like, yeah, I'll take that one. This one. Quit drinking as much. Yup. Do you have a porn addiction? Yeah. Do you eat too much red meat? I do. Give me that. Before you know it, you got 50 fucking books and you're at the checkout line. And there are all these things that you want to try and do better in life on. And then you figure it all out like I did and realize that you're not that much different than the buck that's in rut during mating season, and you're just an animal yourself. And all these things that you think you're trying to improve come along with the territory. You're a human being. And why do and you're trying to, like, who are you trying to be? Jesus? Not happening. So I take all those books and I give them away now. I went through that phase myself. I even lived a Christian life for a while. I did. I tried it. No, I don't get a pedicure. Are you kidding me? I cut my goddamn toenails with a Dremel. Hell no, I wouldn't get one of those. I don't think it'd affect my manlyhood. Like I've said before, I don't think I'm a better man because I don't like dick. I just don't like it. I don't like green beans either. But I don't think I'm a better man. I don't care about any of that. People can do whatever they want. Yeah, I don't give a shit what they do. I mean, I've managed. I've been the executor of 3 gay guys over my life. After they died, took care of their estates. I didn't give a shit. They were good guys. Go out and get a beer or something to drink, but I didn't give a fuck. I wish them all a big dick. You'll say, well, that's not funny at all. You would never say that to a female. It's like, why would you say that to like someone that chooses a homosexual lifetime? You wish them all a big dick. That is so unprofessional. I said, it's just a coin on words. It's a cliche. It's not literal, you fucking idiot. What I mean by it is that I wish them the best, and that's the way that I phrased it. Just kidding. Only some militant lunatic like yourself would jump on that and accuse me of that. I help gays. I hope they have gay bars, gay children. I don't give a shit. But like I said, if you're going to have a son and I'm going to have a son, you'll say, well, how would you explain the difference between you and me? I'll tell you how I'd explain it. Both of us it's the same everything. And we're both going to have a son. I want you to have the gay one, not me. You get it? I want a kid that can throw a football, go to the prom with a girl that didn't used to be a guy. Call me old-fashioned. I want a guy to get caught by the cops making out with his girlfriend, not his boyfriend. I want to hope that they have a great honeymoon, consummate a super relationship, not a big set of hairy balls on his forehead. They're doing great. Yeah. That's yep. Not gonna apologize for it. You're doing great. Yeah, even the gays I know, they said they respect me being up front. And the argument here is, you can argue if you're a Christian. That book that God inspired, they talk about it a lot. But I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. I'm glad I don't have kids, sons, whether they like girls or guys. Doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I don't know about the gay life. I mean, I think it's certainly way easier now than it used to be. I mean, I had friends of mine, they're dead now, and they were hiring private detectives to follow them around to see if they were gay. And two of the three got tipped off, and they actually hired dating services to go out to dinner with girls and shit. And it actually saved their careers, believe it or not. I'm not kidding on this. So, that wasn't all that long ago, the 60s. Yeah, they told me about it. Yep. Oh, yeah, I love New England, yeah. Yep, I love it. I love that area. I wouldn't want to live out east, though. It's too busy. Yeah, I think it's too busy. I think it is. Yeah, I've been out there a lot. My parents are from that area. Only thing that I would give the gay lifestyle credit to is blowjobs are a lot cheaper. They really are. You're down around Fort Lauderdale, Miami, that whole area, 20 bucks, no problem. So that's a hell of a benefit. Yeah, fashion. I mean, I know it. I mean, the guys I knew weren't, real feminine acting. Not that that makes them different. You wouldn't have known they were gay unless you knew them, which I don't care one way or the other. But I'm not really interested in going out shopping with a couple super feminine acting gay guys. Just doesn't interest me. Don't need to explain why. I just don't. It is the gay capital of the world. No, it's the gay capital of the world. There's more male prostitution in Fort Lauderdale than anywhere in the world. Yep. Sure is. Good for them. I was into bird breeding, and a lot of gays were into that. And I met a lot of those guys. A lot of them lived in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. Maddie doesn't want to get clean. She doesn't want to get clean. Not right now. It's a pipe dream. It's a nice day here today. Sure is, yeah. No, she doesn't. Neither does Becky. At least they're straight about it. Sharon doesn't want to get clean either. That's just a fleecing of an overweight, older male that hasn't been laid in 40 years. These old men out there, they think that Sharon has an interest in them, even though she tells their stupid asses. I will give Sharon credit for this. And boy, I had to search long and hard for this. She tells these old perverts and leches, we're not having sex, and they still send money. So for that, I give her credit for. Now, she may tell you she's in rehab when she's not. That's a different kind of lie. But I've never saw any instance of Sharon leading these people on. Yeah. I really don't. I don't think that. I mean, I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Massagey here. Yeah. Yeah, I want you to massage you here. Do I ever? This thing's still working? Massage you here. Good. How you doing, Gail? Oh, good. I do like these greens. This is what makes infrared. It's absorbed and reflected light by infrared and UV. That's what those photos. I'm gonna get my camera and go do some photos of where I was earlier. Those tractors and stuff. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. God, you're in trouble. Have you been drinking? Don't look up to me. You'll be in a mental hospital. Oh, visiting New Hampshire. Oh, good for you. You went the right way. But yeah, I think even New Hampshire's unseasonably warm, isn't it? That's nice up there. You gonna go up to Vermont while you're up there? Get some Ben and Jerry's ice cream? Jews for Jesus. Those are two Jews that are not for Jesus. No way. They think Jesus was just a prophet. They don't think at all, even for a second, he was the Son of God. Simca, I need you to boycott Ben and Jerry's ice cream because those are two Jews that don't see it your way. They're still waiting for the second coming. The Messiah. I'm 65. Yeah, I already replaced it. Yep. I just got that thing in the mail and was trying it out, see if it fit like the other one. Yeah, it's $12, no big deal. Did put a little scratch on the bottom of the camera, and it put some scratches on my Doka pole. But when you've got a moment like that, you know, like a long pole and a little tiny anything on the end, whenever it rubs up against something or whatever, you're doing it underwater, like last night. That was like the worst thing that could have happened. It takes that's a long way for a little tiny thing with that weight of that pole to strike something. So I wouldn't have thought that could have happened. It wasn't even that windy, much less blow it on the other side of the pole. Another 2 inches, it would have hit the grass. Don't tell me size doesn't matter. That thing would have been 2 inches shorter, everything would have been fine. But that's how it is. It's doors opening and closing. It's just like one guy turns left at the intersection and he's on his way to buy a new motorcycle, and the other guy turns left and an old lady runs him over flatter than a pancake. That's how life is. That's why I don't get upset about it, because it's a $12 lens. Yeah, I wish it didn't happen. It showed me how stupid I could be, so it's some kind of therapy. And next time I'll be more careful. Yeah, fucking pissed me the fuck off though, I'll tell you that. Yeah, they're waiting for their Messiah. That's right. No, you're right. I misspoke. That's exactly right. You're right. Well, they're going to be waiting a while, I'll tell you that. Size matters. But here's another thing, too. Everybody's talking about size matters, and you tend to think, at least in most conversations, that bigger is better. Well, in this case, smaller was better. 2 inches smaller. If I'd extended those poles 2 inches less, the lens wouldn't have been broke. Shit happens, not because of anything. It's not because I didn't floss properly the night before. It's because I stuck something up in the air and it fell over and got broke. It's not because I made comments about bulging, blue-eyed Debbie from Flint, 2-ton toothless Tessie from Texas, and Miss Piggy from Chattanooga. That's not why my camera lens broke. It broke because I was careless. Daisy's great today. Yeah, I thought it was a flagpole, yeah. Yeah, I got careless. Part of the reason I was a little careless is because I thought that insurance covered everything. Because after all, you're paying $50 premium for something that's $350 brand new. That's a lot. Look at what your insurance costs for your house and car and all that shit. So, 100% replacement made sense. Once you're a GoPro and you make 10 million of them, to get another $50 out of somebody and give them one that you may not sell anyway because the new model's coming out, it's no big deal. It makes sense. Well, sure as shit, when I got into the fine print and talked to them, $99. Bunch of bullshit. Hey. What are you taking pictures of now? Everything. Flowers. Some sand. Everybody wants to know what I'm taking pictures of now. This is the scene of the crime where my lens broke. I wish it wouldn't. There's Daisy. Can't go, hon. Too hot. Going to get lottery tickets. Getting the lottery tickets, hon. Be right back. I often wonder what goes through Daisy's little mind when Dad leaves without her. I'll be back though, hon. Don't get down. Oh, hi, Uncle Jerry. Oh yeah, I photo anything, video anything. I've got a very low threshold for doing those things. I will photograph anything. I like taking pictures, video, trying new cameras. I don't know why. This building right here, this church across the street, they've got a cross on the roof. See it, Simca? Jesus died for your sins. St. John's. And boy, does it look nice and nice lit up. Now I'll tell you a little beef I got. You know, the Christians, you know, they get on porno places, topless bars. They're hell up against homosexuality, abortion. You know, they're on people's ass all the time because they don't believe what other people do is right. Yes, we are of good courage, Corinthians. Well, here's the thing I got. Even though the abortion clinics and the porno stores and the titty bars and the massage parlors, even they're doing stuff that these people don't like, they're not making noise like these people do on Saturday and Sunday with their church bell bonging off. Now, I don't make a big deal out of it because it really doesn't bother me. I think it sounds kind of nice. But if I was an individual and I took a bell outside and banged it around when people were trying to sleep, I would get a ticket for it. The churches don't. And once again, that's how they cram you into this little cubbyhole of their beliefs, and that we're going to ring these bells whether you like it or not, and it's okay because we're doing it, but it's not okay when you do it. I got a big problem with that. It's noise. It's your interpretation of it is different than mine. It keeps me from sleeping. It's not right. It doesn't really bother me, so I don't really say anything. But I'm not saying that they should be able to create noise like that under any circumstances. Yeah, I don't really care, but it is noise, and if it wakes me up and I've got to work in a midnight shift, then you shouldn't be banging bells. I don't care if it's for Jesus or Johnny Holmes or Linda Lovelace or anybody else. I need my sleep. This is a really bad crossing up here. Most people don't understand it. See these blinking lights? You're supposed to stop. See everybody drive right through there? I mean, what if I started my own church and I go out there at 8 o'clock Sunday morning and blow an air horn to bring us closer together? I'm going to get in trouble. I don't agree with it. But like I said, I never would complain. It's not that big a deal. I think it sounds nice. I don't want to be a Karen. I'm going to go in and get my lucky numbers. Poor man's tax, lottery. No, churches don't get taxed. They don't pay property tax. It's not Texas, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Yeah, it's my downtown. Yep. Yep. Why? Everybody knows what it means. There's nothing wrong with nomenclature. If someone tells me they're a Karen, I know what they're talking about. And if they didn't, it'd take 10 minutes of explaining it. Why don't you like it? I think it fits like a glove. Hey, by the way, tonight is Stephanie's big steak night out in Seattle. She's going to Ruth Chris to get a tomahawk. Taking an Uber, whatever you call it. Getting drinks, a dessert, and a big steak. He's gonna party. They don't pay any income tax anywhere, and they don't pay any property tax either. Tom's, no, that wouldn't make sense, because I'm not a chronic complainer, and I wouldn't have, and you should know that after the Bell story I just told you. No, Karen sums it up just right. I think it couldn't be a better way of describing things, just like the bulging blue-eyed Debbie from Flint, the two-ton toothless Texan. Everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. When a guy says to me, I'll say, hey, Johnny, I got a girl that I'm good friends with, and she thinks you're cute. She'd like to go out on a date. And he says, well, what's she look like? I'll say, Miss Piggy. He said, I'm not interested. There's nothing wrong with calling it how you see it. If I said, well, she looked like Pamela Anderson when she was 20, he said, when can we get together? I mean, who's shitting who? That's one thing I'll give old Saran Wrap Tiffany credit for. And that is, she says, these people need a get real moment. Now, a lot of people would say that's rude because they'd be saying something that you didn't like, but I give Tiffany an A+ for giving me that. An old transgender swinging dick May. She says, when things go wrong, and I'll say, well, how bad are they? She says, the wheels came off. I get it. These people have saved a lot of explaining by these phrases they've coined, and I know exactly what they're talking about. Now, there's a cop getting in that car behind me. He's actually a good guy, this guy right here. Hey, man. How you doing? This guy is the guy that took the suicide call my wife made, who ended up arranging for me to get run off the road and sent to a psychiatric hospital. This is the guy right here. He's a great guy. Not because he did that, just because he's a very sharp guy that sees through bullshit, that never bought into the bandwagon fucking with me when these other cops were doing it. He's a really top-notch guy. What's going on?
Things going good for you?
Yeah, how you been? I was just giving you a A+ recommendation.
I like it.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah, how's the job going?
Oh, it's going good.
Good.
Warm.
You know, my four-year anniversary is Monday.
Is it?
Yeah, thanks.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, stay safe, Tom.
Have a good day. What'd I tell you? Really good guy. Oh, God, don't get me on that one. You're better off not knowing. So that's the guy right there. It was really kind of awkward for a while because they were trying to triangulate me through the use of his cell phone in the woods in Gaylord. And he called me, and as they were calling me, I could hear them pinging my phone. But at the time, they thought that I was here, and I was in Gaylord, about 90 miles away. So I thought I heard a cop car coming up this dirt trail. So I said, I got to go. I got to hang up. He said, no, don't go. I want to talk to you. He said, well, call me back. I said, I will call you back. And I did call him back after I disabled my GPS. So their pinging wasn't going to do. And we talked for about 20 minutes. But he's a good guy. Did the right thing. Yeah, it was really cool. And it was a little awkward there for a while, but he's always very courteous and nice, and You know, like I said, for a while I was a marked man around here. I still am. You know, it went from law enforcement fundraisers to, you know, you're going to be there, to never getting an invitation and knowing about it. And even when I would go to the health club and stuff, it was like a, you know, a little bare nod, which I don't really give a fuck about either way. I mean, like I said, I'd rather get along with people than not, but it's a mixed bag how I'm treated around here around law enforcement. Some think I'm just a loose cannon that, you know, was locked up in a mental hospital and avoid me like the plague, and others are like this guy that, if I had to bet, and I don't know that this is true, I bet you money that he may have had or is aware of somebody else with some mental health issues along the way. Because most people aren't that empathetic that haven't rubbed elbows with it. Well, as it turned out, it didn't matter, because the triangulation, well, I guess it's hard to answer. You know, it's hard to answer. Then I mean, I guess. I mean, you never know how that was going to turn out. You never know. But they orchestrated that whole thing from here on the phone 90 miles away. That video I uploaded, that's actually a SWAT team running me off the road. And that's the guy that set it up. Yeah, but some of these law enforcement guys are fuckers, man. I wish the audio and video would have been better that night when I got run off the road. I was actually run off the road twice. It's happened about 2 weeks before that as well. Because you really don't get the full effect of the thing. I thought I was going to get shot that night. It seemed to me at the time that they set me up, that, you know, I rolled down my windows, I had my hands out, and then they kept telling me to get out, like they were going to shoot me if I didn't. And then when I went to undo my seatbelt, which you could see in the video, they said, don't touch anything, you know, we'll shoot you, you know. Don't you touch one more thing, we'll put a bullet right through your head, that kind of thing. Then they kind of roughed me up and put me to the ground. I got handcuffed and that kind of stuff. They couldn't even find the goddamn gun. I had to tell them where it was at. Yeah, 4 years ago, Monday. 4 years ago, Monday. It got better, though, as time went on, but they ended up lying to me, which, you know, because I left my van there and they were going to have it towed. You know, that's a fuck job, too, especially if it happens around here. If you get, you know, locked up or something like that, it turns out to be about an $800 deal when it's all said and done by these tow companies. So, you know, he was looking through my wallet, and I think what changed his mind is he saw I had a pilot's license and I was a PI, and it really kind of changed things then. And he said, well, I'll call the manager of the Burger King. I was in McDonald's when they did it, but it ended up in the Burger King parking lot. And they said, well, they're not going to tow your car. I talked to them, which I thought was really cool. And then if you look at the law, and there's specific characteristics of carrying guns, and it's supposed to be an approved case, and the ammunition not be anywhere near the gun. Well, believe it or not, I did that. I didn't have a case, but I had it rolled up in a blanket, and the bullets weren't near the gun, so I thought I was fine. Well, so what ends up happening, and the intent of the law is so that you don't have access to your gun when you're driving down the road. You get in a, you know, somebody cuts you off, you can't reach back there. That's the whole intent. An approved case is spelled out, so even though there was no way I had access to the gun, it was in the back of a van and the ammunition was separate, under the circumstances, this happened in June, I was just crossing my fingers, and I thought, well, since they were so nice about the vehicle and under the circumstances I got treatment and all this stuff, that maybe they're not going to charge me for having this gun. And also with the gun, they destroy the gun. Well, so this is where he lied, and it pisses me off because I would have thought this is really how law enforcement should be. That was really nice of them to do. So one night in November, this happened in June, right? He calls me up on the phone and he says, "Hey Tom, I just wanted to let you know a warrant was issued for your arrest on that gun deal, and I didn't want you to be embarrassed if you were out on a date or something. So you may want to just go take care of that." Well, I had lost my driver's license for 6 months, so I couldn't drive up there. I mean, I could have got a ride, but I said, "Well, you want me to come up there?" He said, "No, you don't need to go up there at all." He said, "You can just go to your local police department and tell them there's a warrant out, and you can post bond, and you'll have an arraignment for your court date, and uh, save yourself." And I said, "Okay, that sounds good." It was a Friday night, so I go down to the thing here, and jail, and I said, the sheriff's department. It's like, "Hey, I got a warrant out for my arrest, and I'm trying to work this out, and I like to pay my bond." And he said, "That's no problem. Could you step right around here?" I said, "Yeah, okay, why?" He said, "Because you're going to jail." It's like, "Going to jail for what?" He said, "You've got an outstanding warrant. You just turned yourself in." I said, "But I thought I was supposed to just pay $100 and then deal with them later." He said, "Well, that may be the way we handle it. They handle it, but that's not the way we handle it." So they put these fucking handcuffs on me, and there goes my Friday night, and I get put in jail. And finally, after about 4 hours of sitting there, I'm able to make a phone call. So I called them. It's like, "Hey, motherfuckers, did you tell me, like, this bullshit? I'm in jail. I've been in jail, and I'm not getting out of jail by just posting $100. You need to go in there and straighten this out." So somebody did do it, but it wasn't a cop. So here's the upshot. I ended up beating the charges later. It was a long, drawn-out deal, a bunch of rides to Gaylord, that kind of deal. But that fucker lied. He knew when he called me that he was lying. He said that he was going to save me the embarrassment of getting picked up on a traffic stop. That warrant had been issued in the end of August. So all that time I was driving around, if I could have got pulled over, they could have locked me up. He was acting like he was doing me a favor and letting me head it off at the pass, which was absolutely not true. What happened, and I ended up finding out through the Freedom of Information Act, is the sergeant or one of these guys in the bureaucratic part of the police department up there, probably during roll call, said, "Hey, we got a couple of these guys out there with outstanding warrants. Why don't you try and get a hold of them and just say, let's save us all a bunch of problem. Tell them whatever you have to." And that's what he did. And that's how that happened. But it wasn't true. So I lost all respect for that guy after that. Here I'm thinking he's a good guy, you know, just doing his job. And he was a good guy with regard to my van getting towed, but lied later on. So fuck him. Yeah. Yeah, it was just kind of a disappointment because he seemed like a really good guy. Now, I didn't think because, I cooperated, I didn't expect to get out everything. But you don't need to lie to me, and he did. That was just a false story. Yeah, I mean, as it turns out, it didn't really matter, and they played super hardball on my charges. The guy that, first of all, I didn't think I was going to get charged. And but if when you represent yourself, it depends on what jurisdiction you're in. There are prosecutors and judges that just don't like people representing themselves, and they'll be assholes, and that's how they were up there in Gaylord. The prosecutor up there, I don't know if that dickhead's still there or not. I met with him instead of the assistant prosecutor, and I met with him, and it's on a pretrial conference. And you're trying to strike a deal. It's like, I don't have a criminal record. I got treated for my mental health. I cooperated. You can talk to the police officer. He said, "No, we treat people carrying guns illegally very serious in this county. And I am not going to plea bargain with a civil infraction over a criminal charge. Either you plead guilty and I'll recommend reduction in fine, but you're getting charged criminally. It's like, well, there's no way I'm doing that. He said, well, then I'll see you in trial. It's like, oh, yeah, fine with me. Sounds good. So then the assistant prosecutor came back for where he asked, and he said, we can work this out. And we had another pretrial. And during that, we talked to the judge, and I told the judge that, I'm not agreeing to anything of a criminal charge. I don't have a criminal record. I'll agree to a suspended sentence, a probationary period. You can destroy the gun. I'll pay a fine. But I'm not doing it. The intent of that law was for me to not have access to the gun. And I can show you on the videotape, they couldn't even find the goddamn gun. So in the back of your mind, if you're thinking I was a danger to someone, I wasn't. So this went on for about 6 months, and I ended up filing every motion under the sun. I challenged everything. I drove them absolutely crazy with the Freedom for Information Act, and I finally got them to say uncle. Plus what I did, most counties wouldn't have even, under the circumstances, they wouldn't have charged me. So you know what else I did? Old trusty P.I. Tom. I called 11 different counties, and I recorded the conversation with the prosecutors, and I gave them the same scenario, and they said that they wouldn't have charged criminally. Now, here's the problem. You have prosecutorial discretion, which means it's up to them whether they charge or not. But if I'd have had to try my own case, I was going to subpoena these 11 other prosecutors from different counties to let the jury know that this is bullshit. These guys are playing hardball for no reason, and that here are 11 people in 11 different places that said on a phone call that I have a copy of that they wouldn't have charged for this to begin with. I'm being harassed. And after one last meeting with the assistant prosecutor and all these motions I filed and all these Freedom from Information Act requests that they hadn't responded to in time, that's when they offered me a civil infraction. So basically, I pled guilty to jaywalking. Yeah. But, if I'd had a job and stuff and I didn't have that time, I would have a criminal record. If I had a court-appointed attorney, I would have had a criminal record. If I'd have hired an attorney, I had a criminal record. Yeah. Well, it's only because, I've been, had experience in that, and I finally got him to say uncle, but it was a long deal. They knew that somewhere along the line they thought, this guy's never going to plead guilty, and it's shaky on the circumstances. He's already said he's got 11 recorded conversations from people in different counties that said on the phone they wouldn't charge. Just cut this pain in the ass a deal and get him out of here. That's exactly what happened. They weren't doing me any favors. I basically won the pissing contest. Oh, yeah, it's stressful. Yeah, it's stressful. I'm telling you, a criminal record's a pain in the ass. On any level. Coffee is very good for your liver. Coffee is very good for your liver. I had an egg McMuffin today, which I hardly get, but usually mainly because I'm not up early enough. Nope, not. I got back on it. Nah, I just enjoy a coffee too much in the morning. Yeah, relapsed. Yeah, sure did. Yeah, coffee. I'm just glad it's coffee and not heroin or something. Legal drug. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more. You know, they're only $1. I'm gonna get a couple more. I'm gonna see if, did you see that weird glitch the other night with the Powerball? There's some states that couldn't provide the winning combination, and they placarded it on the terminals. Only some states, so I'm gonna check it again today. I'm sure I didn't win. The pots aren't very high on those. It is good for you. It's good for your liver. The antioxidants definitely is. Oh yeah, felony charge is a big problem. Misdemeanor charge is a problem. There's all sorts of people in the United States that can no longer hunt and fish in Canada because of a misdemeanor. Could be something, even I'm talking about non-violent crimes as well. It's a misdemeanor to have an expired license plate, a drunk driving ticket. That can keep you, Canada will tell you to turn around. You're not coming over here. We don't want you over here. I like it. Yeah, for a while during the early days of the bed and breakfast in Florida, it was, hard to make the wheels go around. So you're, especially in the summer, you're trying to get any kind of income you can. And my wife was renting to these health nuts with these that were always doing these coffee enemas and all this stupid shit. Yeah, these people that were always doing these cleansing, bunch of psychos. Yeah. Just remember, when the cops pull you over, there's lots of things they can ask you, but you don't have to answer. You're probably going to get a ticket, but I never let anybody search my car. I don't want them to find that big, giant, vibrating dildo that I bought for every female moderator I have this Christmas. I think it'd be embarrassing. No, it's not. Heroin's not legal in any state out west. That's absolute bullshit. Yeah, you girls, you'll be smiling this Christmas. You can even, if it makes you feel better, you can tell me you gave it away, even though I know you didn't. But that's okay. It's not my business. Yeah, I think that colon cleansing's a bunch of bullshit. Get a colonoscopy. Leave it at that. Yeah, you're right about that, Simka. It's true. I agree. Yeah. Boy, these robins are sure chirping today. It's getting hot again. Hot as hell today. It's supposed to be a lot cooler. Last night was great sleeping weather. Yeah, told you, Michelle. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. That's my whole point. That's it. There's a lot of people that get a drunk driving ticket they have to sell their cabin. I don't think you should be. If I have to drive, I don't drink. I don't drink even a couple beers. I'm not saying I've never had one, but I rarely have anything to drink if I've got to drive. Even, forget about the 0.8 and all that, but drinking impairs your motor skills, and so does THC. So if I've got to drive, I don't do any of that. I don't. And sometimes I'll see people at a restaurant with kids, and they're drinking margaritas and stuff, and I always got to think, God, I just couldn't do that. Your wits need to be 100%, especially when you have innocent passengers. Not to mention the other people on the road, motorcycles, bicyclists, whatever. I just don't think you should be under the influence of anything when your motor skills need to be on the top of their game. Oh, really, Brian? No, Oregon will probably do something like that. That's the craziest, nuttiest state in the world. There are conservative parts of it, and I'm not saying that's why, but if you look at Eugene, Oregon, that crazy, nutty mayor they have, I wouldn't go to that place if you gave me $10,000 a day. Chicago either anymore. You got these just total nut jobs running these cities. Then you got that Carl Hart, that Columbia professor, another total lunatic, ought to be in a damn insane asylum. He promotes heroin use too. Imagine sending your kid there for about 150 grand a year, all things included, and having somebody teach him this bullshit. He's a total lunatic. Yeah, I guess the birds do like eating those things. I don't know. I haven't seen any eating them. I haven't heard any of them. I like all this green though. I think it's cool looking. Mary, did you get your yeah, cicadas are not locusts, that's right. Mary, did you get your Lotto 47? You know, Virginia, you can buy Michigan Lottery. You can open an online account and you can buy these tickets in different states if you want. It's really simple to do. Oh, three of them, sparrows, robins, and blackbirds. You know, down where I go to that Native American named wildlife refuge down around Pinconning, that's supposed to be the only population of yellow-headed blackbirds. And I don't know of anybody that's seen one. I'd like to see one, but I look for them, but I never see them. And I'm down there a lot. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Yep. How do you pronounce that Nyanquin thing? I think I pronounced it wrong because I heard some guys talking about it one day, and that certainly isn't the way I pronounce it. So I don't think it's how it looks. It's kind of like pheasant if you didn't know how to pronounce it. It's one of those names. Oh, cool. Oh, that's good. Good. Nyanquin. Wild rice. Yeah, I'd like to see a video of it too. I've looked for them. I can't find them. You can look it up. Yellow-headed blackbirds, Pinconning, Michigan. Never seen one. Today I ended up getting an egg McMuffin. I got up early enough, but I am kind of hungry. We got this bar downtown that was good for a while. It's beer. I don't get their beer because it's real ale-y. And they used to have a couple decent things. I might go in there and get something. They had a lamb burger for a while, which was pretty good. I am a little hungry for some reason. Really, Brian? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm slaughtering the pronunciation of it. Why don't you come down and get some wild rice? It's a cool area down there. You really like it. It's set up perfect for what you like. I was just over there the other day and a little fawn got run over. Poor thing. Oh, another kind of bird that Mary mentioned? Yeah, if I see him, I'll video him. Better believe it. I don't think it's a good... Look at that squirrel going across the wire. I don't think that loons are... I don't think they made it. I haven't seen the male, and I don't know that the female ever showed up on Lake George. Nothing lasts forever. Yeah, they're pretty. I'd love to see one. I'd love to see one. He's around here. He's still around here. Oh, you love gay men, Terry? Is that because you're not threatened, or they're just fun to shop with, or what? What's the attraction there? Hey, Rita. Yeah, there's a lot of red-winged blackbirds around, that's for sure. I like the sounds of red-winged blackbirds. Yeah, I'm not usually up early enough to get a egg McMuffin. Used to be able to get them all day long, and they quit doing that in that COVID bullshit. You know. Hey, Emily. It is a beautiful day, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know what he's up to. I think he does a lot of traveling in the summer. Well, I'll be right back. I'm going to go in here and get my winning lottery ticket. combination, man. I got the winning combination. Hell yeah. I think I got the winning combination. Yeah, I saw that. I hope somebody wins that, yeah. What happened to Emily Rose? I'll get you one if you want one. Yeah, $12 million, that's what I got, yep. What's wrong with Emily? Big. Yeah, I let the computer do it. Fuck yeah, I do. I do. Let it do everything else. Why not pick my lottery numbers? I've tried picking them on my own. I don't even like get one. So I'm gonna let RoboCop pick RoboCop. You know, I'm glad somebody, Michelle, I think you just said something about the vibrators. I think that should be my, you know, who wants to get some Christmas card or some stupid shit you'll never use, some old stale candy? I think that's what I'm going to do for this Christmas. I'm going to get vibrators or dildos with Chosen One on the side, and that's going to be your Christmas gift. Because I want it to be unique. I want it to be something you'll always remember. And most importantly, I want it to be something you can use. You can hide it, you can put it on display, you can give it to a friend that needs one. That's what I'm going to do. I was thinking about bobbleheads of Daisy, but I think I'm going to go with the dildo or the vibrator. That's an excellent idea, and Michelle Wee, I credit you for this. It's just, it says it all. It's Chosen One. I mean, you guys know what it means, but when you just have this dildo or vibrator sitting there and it says Chosen One, it's just, there's one dildo and one vibrator and it says Chosen One. It just makes so much sense. And I can't think of any better example for everything to come together in one literal gift. Now, what I'd like to do though is I'd like people that have one to give me some suggestions on where I need the name. It doesn't mean shit if it doesn't have my name on it. And I'm not talking about a cheap old vibrator. I don't want any of that corny shit that they hand out at bachelorette parties, you know, where it's got like 9 heads and they're all like twirling around like a spaceship thing. Everybody's laughing their ass off. I want one normal vibrator and one normal dildo example. So it's no time to get quiet. And I want to find one where I can actually get the name on it, Chosen One. And it, Merry Christmas. You don't have one. Well, you're gonna have one. You won't be saying that after December 25th of this year. And here's the thing, when you get it, you can just laugh it off. If your boyfriend's there, you're opening it in front of people and you're a little embarrassed, just laugh it off. So, Tom, it's like, oh, he's a crazy guy, you know, he's always talking this shit. You don't ever know if he's serious or not. Leave it to him to send a dildo. It's like, yeah, I'll throw it out, you know, but it's kind of funny. And then your friends leave and then you go grab that thing and you put it under your mattress just like the other one you got. You're not throwing anything out. You know it as well as me. Yeah. I think you'll love it. But again, this is going to be a cheap litmus test. And I'm going to figure out one more part of a person's personality that I didn't know up until I did this. Now, some people are going to say, I don't want one. Others are going to say, yeah, I'll take one. Others will say, it's really weird that, you know, you'd take something that you used for sex like that and put Merry Christmas on it in your name. I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm going to get some of those. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to see where people are coming from. Because I'm going to take every female moderator, and I'm going to say which color we'd like, and it's going to give me a chance to pin them down. They're not just going to be able to ignore it. I'm going to say, hey, Faye, hey, Blue, I got a black one, a white one, and a blue one. And which one do you want? No, I could be guessing wrong, but I think Blue'd like the black one. Yeah. Pocket vibrator. Good vibrations. I like that. Oh, it's we? Way? Well, who's the one that, the golfer? Isn't her name spelled the same way? The golfer? The cute Korean or Chinese golfer? Isn't it pronounced the same way or it's different? Way, huh? Yeah. Frisky, can you see her now? I get too personally involved? No, I don't. No, I don't. You got to spell correctly, too, Rebecca. You just cost yourself a dildo. That's smart aleck comment. It's way, huh? Way. You haven't seen anything yet. A nasty fruitcake? Yeah, does anybody even eat that anymore? Fruitcake? That's the worst tasting stuff ever. Tastes like poison. I still get a thing in the mail at Christmas, though. You can opt out of the dildo and the vibrator. You sure can. This shouldn't be any big surprise. Don't take it personally. It's just a token of my appreciation. But this is back to the same thing, like the church bell, whether it's music to your ears or noisy and it wakes you up in the midnight shift. This vibrator and dildo is the same thing. Some people are going to be offended, and I think that's wrong. There's nothing wrong with owning a dildo. They sell millions of them. You know what I'm talking about. You may not use one, but you shouldn't be offended when I extend an olive branch like this to celebrate the holidays. I'm just not a Christmas card guy. Why is this closed right here? This stupid fruit market. Yeah, fruit. I didn't think fruit and vegetables were available yet. They're expensive. How much did your last one you bought cost? See, this is my PI skills. I'm letting you guys see how I pin people down in an investigation. How much was the last one you bought? How much was it, Frisky? Who's unblocked? I see you here right now, fine. Who's blocked? Blue Malibu is an expert at that.
Yeah, it's
No, yeah, you can't be blocked or nobody'd see you. No, I don't. No. No, my skin's shot. I got too much sun damage. My skin looks like something that ought to be on an alligator. I think it must have been the light hit it wrong or something. No. I think I could put like a whole quart of skin softener on one arm and it wouldn't do any good. No, I don't use it. No. Oh, is there a clone that was blocked? I'm a little mixed up here. You're not unblocked though. You're not blocked. I see it. Yeah, those hand sanitizers will really dry your skin out. They say they killed a lot of good bacteria too. Yeah, but I mean, if I see Frisky and I see you, then nobody's blocked. Oh God, there's some jack off playing a guitar in here. I don't want to hear this shit. I hope that's not it. No, maybe it's a motorcycle radio. Oh, good. I don't want to hear any guitar player with original songs. I'll take that thing and smash it over their head just like a Three Stooge. Yeah, my skin's shot. Definitely is. You know, light complected, just, a lot of like outdoor events. I don't really care. I never got melanoma, so I'm grateful for that. Like I was over at my buddy's last night. He's a doctor. He's a crazy health nut. He's like 67. He doesn't look it. He sees one ray of sun when we're fishing or something. He's like freaking out. And I said, you and I are going to be in an old folks home someday. And we're going to be, in our 80s and they're going to say how nice your skin is and they're not going to say anything about mine. Who cares? We're in our mid 80s. Now, if we were in our 20s and there was some good looking blonde with big boobs that came in and she said, "Boy, Ted, you have great skin." She didn't say anything about mine. Now it bothers me that he has nicer skin than I do. But at this stage of the game, so what? Turn out the lights. Yeah, well, mine's telling the truth. Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, you see a lot of older women, and I'm sure there are older men. They hang on to every single thing they can, trying to they makeup and Botox and breast augmentation and tummy tucks and liposuction. They're just trying their ass off to stay attractive. Now, when you pin them down, they're going to say, "Well, I'm doing it for me." Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, good for you. But you know what the score is there. There's a day when all women that's the bag boy's going to quit flirting with you. And you never know when that's going to come. Could come in your 30s, your 40s, 50s. It's going to come though. There's going to be a day when you go to your Match.com profile and it's been up there for a year and you've had 3 people that have clicked through your profile. When you're a young, attractive female, you've got 3,000 an hour after it's been up. It's just the way it is. You're going to be going on talk shows and you're going to be telling people that you want men to like you for what you are. Not really. You want men to like you for what you used to look like. And that's not happening anymore. And that's a tough pill to swallow. mean, personality matters, but you know, it's not going to make up for being unattractive in some kind of way. That's why I tell you it's hormone based when you're young. Younger people are, you know, they're attractive even though you may not describe them as good looking. And some people get better looking as they age, most don't. But when people are 18, 19, 20, or going to college, everybody has nice skin, nice teeth, not hair, nice, you know, hair, everything, you know, they haven't gotten fat yet. And they're attractive. That may not be like your fantasy date, but they're, you know, they have nice features. They look good in a bathing suit. You wouldn't mind going skinny dipping with them. But when you get into your older years, they bring up skinny dip, and I just want to bring out a 45 and blow the top of my forehead off. Unless they bring some dragon's milk. Yeah, thank you, Jolene. It's true. It's really true. No, it's not shallow at all. It's real. I wish people quit calling it shallow. Let me tell you what happened. I had a nephew up here that had a drug problem for a while, and it was going to fuck him up with McDonald's, and he successfully went to rehab. They told me they asked all family members to come to the rehab. It was some kind of last day graduation thing. And he asked this fucking motorcycle out of here. Yeah, you can rev it up. Great. You're 50 years old. Great, man. That's great. Is this the motorcycle club that's got a hit on me? Coming up to kill me? That's what Sharon said. Oh, that is so cool. They're 50 years old and they're rev. Oh, yeah, rev it up. 50. That's great. But anyway, my nephew, he went through this drug thing, and the last day of rehab, you're supposed to have all your family members there. That was some part of this shtick to, you know, be there for this important moment. He didn't want me there because he said he didn't want to just listen to me commenting about big tits and ass and if she got a boyfriend. He said it would have just ruined the whole ceremony, so he asked that I didn't come. So fuck him. I didn't show up, but I felt good that that loser graduated from drug rehab. And I said, I'll take you out to Las Vegas for 3 days. I'll take you to a horror house and give you some gambling money and, you know, whatever you want to do. He said, yeah, that'd be nice. Even though you didn't invite me to that fucking sham graduation, I'm going to overlook it for this important event. So we go out there, and I had a buddy of mine that was flying at the time, and he didn't have any money either, and I was making pretty good money. I said, I'll take you out there with me. So I take these two guys out there, and we go to the chicken ranch, because, you know, prostitution's illegal in Las Vegas. I mean, there's people that get arrested for it all the time. You know, there's probably 1 million blowjobs and sex acts a night, but they don't get caught. But you can. They actually had a TV show on there for a while. So when you go to this Paul Rump or wherever the hell was it, that place outside Las Vegas, it's about an hour drive. So we go out to the horror house. And the way that it works is you go in there. That guy just died here a couple years ago. That's where that basketball player OD'd on something. But anyway, when you go in there, it's like, hey, gentlemen, how you doing? It's kind of a junky looking. It looks like a bunch of trailers and stuff cobbled together. Real tacky, like a Mexican birthday party. Bright colors, loud music, tinsel hanging from the ceiling. And he says, hey, gentlemen, are you here to see some ladies tonight? It's like, yeah, we are, you know. He said, okay, ladies, and this security guard, this bald security guard, brings out like these 50 women. They all come out in a line. They're looking at you like you're Tom Cruise. And you get to pick out of the line of what you like. And look, man, I'm not a good-looking guy. I've had a couple cute girlfriends. And I've had some pretty damn ugly experiences with not attractive women. But that's okay. It all evens out in the average, right? But honestly, I look through the line. It's like there wasn't anything that really attracted me, to be honest with you. No tits. They were old. Tattoos. That kind of shit. And there was no like Dallas cheerleader looking girl. Wish this fucker would get out of here. It's this motorcycle. So my nephew goes, it was $600. It was called All Around the World. And the pilot guys goes, his was $400. So it cost me about $1,000. And I didn't go with anybody. I just didn't think it was worth it. But the whole time I sat there and I was talking to the, oh, fuck me. Do you get lost? This guy must have a small dick. I was talking to the security guard the whole time I was there, and the conversation came up. I said, man, it's none of my business, but some of these women, man, I just can't imagine anybody paying them. He said, you'd be surprised. He said, what I've learned here is that a lot of men don't feel comfortable with a real attractive woman. They'd rather go with kind of a homely plain Jane. And I never thought of it in those ways. The point being is that he said overall, the plain Janes got more business than the good-looking ones did. So even though you'll see the real good-looking ones in Playboy and stuff, when it comes to what men feel comfortable with and they're paying for it, that equation didn't work at the chicken ranch. Not at all. Really didn't. So not everything is as it seems. I mean, looks are important, but prior to that experience, I would have thought I would have been able to pick out who would have been the busiest, and that was false. Isn't that something? Yeah. No, I didn't mind. I mean, I've been lucky, I thought I want to I want people that meet me. I don't have kids, or my wife doesn't live with me, so I can do whatever I want with my money. And my YouTube money gets better and better all the time, so I'm really not cutting into my own personal money. It's like YouTube money. Even yours, Stephanie, it's YouTube money. Other people I get stuff for, hairdos and manicures, and pay their rent, and I'm going to buy these dildos and vibrators with YouTube money. So it's not, it's not my money really, it's play money. I'd be doing YouTube whether it paid or whether it didn't. $37, you're still good. Yeah, it's not, but these are the things, these are the fallacies that you blow out of the water as you age. Let me give you an example. When you're young, I had a couple buddies of mine, and I always thought their mothers were cute, and I was always fantasizing about them. I had maybe one teacher. Last name was LeBeau, super cute. But I had a couple buddies of my mom that I thought they were really attractive. I used to fantasize about them. And then I did the math on them here not that long ago, a year or two ago. And I went back and I figured out that when I was thinking this way, one was 42 and the other one was 47. So they weren't out of the woods yet. I mean, it was possible. And the thinking back then, when you don't know anything and you're young, is they're older women, and you're assuming as a young guy that they're going to just be the most fantastic sex you've ever had in your life. Well, as you're a man and you age and you learn things, that was completely 100% false. Not true at all. So sure, at that age, anything would have been fun. But as I aged, I think if I would have had that opportunity, the likelihood of them being what I thought they were going to be is pretty low. Here's the point. I think good sex partners are born. It's natural. It's just like being a good athlete. It's the way they think. They're uninhibited. That would be the first thing. It's a genetic predisposition to good sex partners. They're just that way. It isn't because of a book they read or some psychotherapy they got. The second thing is, I think that, Hollywood and stuff is just given this false perception of everything. So the point is that because a woman has 20 years experience doesn't mean a damn thing. And after that criteria, that's the number one. You're genetically predispositioned to be good in bed. And the second thing is broken homes, dysfunctional families. Those women seem to be really good too. But as far as the all A, responsible person that has good credit, that never got a speeding ticket, that always does the right thing, it just doesn't seem to translate into good between the sheets. It doesn't. There's no wild hair up their ass. It's just, they think sex is to produce offspring, and, you're not going to be pulling over on the side of the road out on Route 66 at 2 in the morning and giving them a good drilling just for the fun of it, because they're going to think that's dirty and not private and they deserve better than that. Seriously, this is how I see it all. I tell people all the time, the worst sex you're ever going to have in your life is from an escort, a topless dancer, or a working girl. But if you're a guy that's been in a marriage for 40 years and that's the only sex you ever had and it hasn't been worth a shit in 25 years, that's the kind of guy that ends up getting on Oprah with his new wife, claiming that he's having the best sex of his years of his life after 60, because he never had much. If you're a young, banging female or male and you had a lot of sex, you know as well as I do, you're not having the best sex after 60. All that great sex was in your late teens and your early 20s. Who's shitting who? Crazier the better. And I'll tell you another thing too, it is, if you never notice guys that have affairs, and this is the mistress, you know, guys have this June Lockhart mentality. I mean, do you want one of these great pieces of ass raising your children? It is possible, but it's super unlikely. So it's not a stretch to have one woman bear your children. You know, the one that's going to be home cleaning and cooking, not fucking the UPS guy. And then the mistress on the side, she's doing everything. She'd be the most terrible mother in the world. You'll catch her taking checks out of the back of your checkbook and writing them for shopping sprees. And you're putting up with all this goddamn bullshit because she's recruiting her girlfriends for threesomes and, you know, buying you the premium version of Pornhub as your birthday gift. And this girl is just a piece of ass and a half. I mean, you think you're going to die of a heart attack and you're under 30 because that's all she wants to do is try all this crazy shit. You'll be watching Debbie Does Dallas on Pornhub at 3 in the morning, drinking a dragon's milk. She'll come up and just start rubbing your shoulders. You enjoying yourself, hun? It's like, yes, I am. Now tomorrow, she may have your credit card and run that motherfucker to the max for, you know, because she's a shopaholic or something. But when it comes to sex, she's A+. And then when you have the woman that wants to have your children, the one that, you know, you take to the company Christmas party, she's having a fucking hissy fit, man. She's bought something she found on the internet and sees you're watching Pornhub. She said if she catches you doing that shit again, that she's going to file for divorce. That if you like that stuff, you never should have got married. It's dirty, it's vulgar, it's a form of adultery, just not in the physical sense. And that she gives you one last notice. If she catches you up with any dirty magazines, any pornography, this marriage will be over. So you see the difference? This is how it is. There are guys out there that are lucky and you get both in one package, but I'm telling you, that's right up there with the $12 million Lotto 47 that's going off tonight. Super rare. It's one or the other. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Zena B, how you doing? Yeah, you hate sex now. Yeah, isn't that something? No, you know another person who said that? You got to respect him for that. You know, it takes a good person to respect someone that thinks in a way different than most. And Katie, Caite, for some reason YouTube's been recommending her videos lately. Perfect example. She hates sex, but she's a prostitute. Makes sense. She's got a heroin addiction. Yep. Hey, Jerry. No, it's so true. I believe that. Now, your husband's going to be the guy, or your boyfriend, whoever you was. See, that's a problem. You're in too deep. I think you have kids, and if you get a husband that doesn't see the way you do, this is where affairs start. Your husband, he sees you typing on the keyboard, I hate sex. And when his coworker's telling him what a good guy he is and that you should treat him better. So before you know it, they decide to go fishing together someplace or shopping for their one of their children or any reason to get away, and that's how that shit starts. You hate sex, and that's all she does is talk about sex. That's how it happens. Not uncommon. If you listen to the working girl interviews, it's married men whose wife don't want to have sex with them anymore. Makes sense. Like I said, we're all animals. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, they will, Jackie. But the mechanism that causes that is they're attractive and they're good sexual partners. Yeah, turning them into housewife, that's not happening. I mean, they're isolated, rare instances. And women think different than men do in general. Go to a male strip bar where the guys are stripping, the women there are laughing and having fun and saying, well, what time do you get off? And they're just having a good time. I'm not saying there aren't a couple women there that are take these guys on if they get an opportunity, but mostly it's an event just to go out and have fun, talk shit. If you go on Pornhub, they show you these things where it's like they dress these porno actresses up like housewives. They do a pretty good job of it. And it actually looks like these bachelorette parties that it's typical housewives just going crazy. That's all fake bullshit. I'm not saying it never happens, but they do a pretty good job of faking it. It looks like they took every middle-aged attractive housewife within 500 miles and telling them to blow these male dancers while someone was holding a video camera a foot away from their face. I don't buy it. Bullshit. Not true. It's made up. Yeah, there you go, Simca. See, that's where you're at in your life, though. But it wasn't always that way. It wasn't always that way. Your criteria has changed. Yeah, there you go, Stephanie. See, here's an honest answer. Me too. Me too. I'm not saying I never watch porn, but I'm not jumping through any hoops because I don't really want it that bad. So those are, like I say all the time, there's a silver lining. What's the silver lining? Is it's too much trouble. I'd rather like watch birds or take Daisy for a run or take infrared pictures. Yeah, it's an honest answer. Yeah, but Stephanie, you could probably, if you wanted to fix that, there are hormones you could take, Stephanie, and bring it back like the old days. But yeah, you're right. You're going to get more pleasure tonight sinking that knife into that tender tomahawk steak while you drink a premium drink, and you're not going to worry about getting a drunk driving ticket on the way home than you ever had with your legs pinned behind your ears. It's a different kind of pleasure. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's problem. You should probably get your hormones checked, Jolene. I mean, like I said, it's not one size fits all. But at 40, you should want and be ride that mechanical bucking bronco every chance you get. Here's another problem too. It's the old adage: it's not what you look like, it's what you whisper in their ears. So maybe you just haven't, had the right interaction with a male. No, but at 40, I mean, I mean, at 40, she should be gangbusters. She shouldn't be burned out by now. Hey, God's child. Yeah, I'll bet you money. If you're that age and that's the way you feel, that I bet you're lacking something. You're lacking something, all right. I'm just wondering what it's from. On the other hand, with that comes a lot of bullshit. It's not like when you're 18 and 20 and you're in college. That was such a great period for sex. No big deal. If you had it, you didn't worry that they were going to try and get you arrested 10 years later. Back then there were sexually transmitted disease, but it was pretty low chance of getting it. That was just the good old days. You had good sex and you wanted more of it, and so did they. But once you get older and you got all these damn crazies out there, it's almost not worth it. And it's probably not going to be any good anyway. Yeah, Jack, you're right about that. That's what I think, Blue. Yeah, you might be right about that, Julian. Yeah, you could be right. It could be. I don't know anything about methadone and women's sex drive, but you might be right. No, I think there's a medicinal application for hormone replacement therapy. Absolutely. I don't think it does more damage. It may do more damage if you're getting screwed 10 times a day because you feel like it, but it's not, in theory, doing any damage. It's putting you in the sack where you should be at that age. Yeah, you're right, Simka. It's true. Yeah, you're right about that. Yep. You're right, Blue. So true. Yeah, it's true, Michelle. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Oh, really, Jackie? Yeah, but I think it's some medications, you know what I mean? You know, you'd be surprised the young men that are on Viagra, and you know sometimes that's because they have type 2 diabetes or circulatory problems, that kind of thing. But it's amazing the young guys that take Viagra, which is kind of surprising to me. Yeah, it could be. No, you're right, Brian. That's it. They have no sex drives. That's true. You're right. Absolutely true. But you know what? I don't know if you can really blame that on that, because if you're brought up in a culture of men and women and sex and when you're supposed to have it, and you're having it under those circumstances, I think a young female's mind is so fucked up. You know, she's up all night. She's probably doing crack on top of heroin. She's, crossing paths with these scumbag weirdo perverts that are doing all this crazy shit. It's not like fun, normal sex with a lot of these guys. It's all this weird shit. So her mind is so twisted, she's not going to have fun having sex no matter what the circumstances are. Well, a low sperm count is from jacking off too much. That's the first thing they tell you when you go to a fertility clinic, is to quit jacking off. I'm pretty sure that's how I never got any girls pregnant, because I was always jacking off so much. I mean, I may be wrong, or I may have a low sperm count, but I think it was low because of that. I could be wrong, but it would seem like somewhere along the way it could have happened, you know? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Shit. Hail to jacking off. I could have had child support payments. My luck, I'd have had quadruplets. I'd have killed myself. Just knocking up some bimbo with had 4 kids, and you were on the hook for the payments. Fuck that. I'd have went out and taken it, jumped off the Grand Canyon. Yeah, it's true. Fucking A, I would. It's like, Mr. Reed, I got served these papers. It's like, what the fuck is this? It's like a paternity test, a court ordered paternity test. It's like the court is ordering me to take this test. Why? Because that bimbo that you had sex with had quads. She had 4 babies. It's like, are they all in intensive care? No, they're all doing well. It's like, God damn it. All 4 of them? It's like, yeah, they're all happy, healthy babies. It's like, you gotta be shitting me. It's like, no, and they think I'm the dad? It's like, God damn it. Yeah, so I got to take this court order test. It's like, Tom, you are the happy father of 4 babies to this tramp you banged. And that's the bad news. The good news is these kids are going to be financially supported all the way through college for the next 25 years, and you're not going to be able to afford a jar of peanut butter. All because you drank those 3 Dragon's Milk, and it was a delayed reaction. It's like, well, don't blame this on Dragon's Milk, God damn it. Yeah, that can happen. Oh my God, it happens to people. Let me give you an example. So, my marriage was on the rocks there for a while, and it wasn't that long after I got married. And I had a neighbor who was cute, but she had herpes on her lip, so it just totally turned me off on her. And then she had it all the time. I mean, this wasn't just a little dot on the corner of the mouth. This looks like something you'd see on a rabid skunk's ass that you poured gunpowder on and lit it on fire for 20 minutes before you blew it out. I mean, there was no way in the world I was going to do anything sexually. It was too bad, too, because she was really cute. Anyway, long story short, she had a niece that was a dental assistant. Polish, super fucking cute, man. And I met her through her. So, one time I went over there for a birthday party for some shit, and the niece was there, and the aunt came up to me and she said, you know, my niece thinks you're a really nice guy, and I told her you were having marital problems, and she'd like to go out with you. I thought, fucking A, man, perfect. Wish this motherfucker would get lost. What a total retard. So anyway, you know, I was on again, off-rated, separated. And I dated her for a while. You know what that meant, for about 4 months, and it was absolutely fantastic. I mean, no shit. Super great. And she always told me that she was on birth control pill, and like a fucking dumbass, I believed it. And you can be on birth control pills and get pregnant still, but she was going to college, sharp. It didn't look like a trap. And everything was great. And then I just kind of got sick of her. I got back with my wife. But guess what happened? I kept in touch with her once in a while. There was a dentist that she worked for that was like 40 years old or something. And he came back into town one night and took her out shopping. He was engaged to get married. Took her out shopping, and obviously they had sex because she got pregnant. And she called to tell me that she was thinking of getting an abortion, and that she pulled her car over on the Rouge Bridge in I-75 in Detroit and just stopped it and was hoping that she would be hit and killed and it would all just go away. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, this is going to be my YouTube experience 25 years from now. And I said, well, she said the police came and she ended up going to an emergency room and seeing a psychiatrist. And I said, well, what are you going to do? And she said, I'm going to have the baby. So here this poor fucking guy ends up knocking this chick up on a one nightstand, and the fiance canned the wedding. I mean, he had to come clean on it, but it ended up really sending his life down a different track. But that could have happened to me too, because if I could have got her pregnant, yeah, there's no way I would have ever got back with my wife. And as it turned out, I ended up leaving her anyway, but I'm glad it didn't happen under those circumstances. No, it's not considered safe sex. The Catholics recommend that, and that's a form of birth control, which they deny. But that goes to show you how you can get caught up in some bullshit. Yep. I don't want to say it ruined his life. I mean, maybe he ended up meeting someone better, but you get the gist of this. Yeah, what a mess. I'm telling you, man, this happens all over. You know, that's why if you look at like the survival of the species, that human beings are going to be produced under all circumstances. It's going to guarantee that the world's populated, whether it's planned or whether it isn't. And it's through those kind of mechanisms. So me, I'm a perfect example. So is my sister. The population, there's lots of people around here that they didn't plan it to be that way. But that goes to show you. So if you do the right thing and you take the right road and you don't do shit like that, those things can happen to you. But you're young and selfish and stupid. You make stupid decisions like that. Or if you just stuck to your game plan, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, it's true, God's child. Yeah. Yeah, I believe it, Jackie. Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky it wasn't me. That's all. That's all you can chalk it off to is luck. But that's like the guy that, one guy buys a motorcycle and he rides it for 40 years and thinks everybody ought to own one. The other guy gets run over the first hour he has it. You see these stories all the time. So life's got plenty of doors opening and closing. And now as I get older, I'm hoping that they close, not open, because it's the open door that gets you in trouble. But as you get older, you're more gun shy. And you can see the writing on the wall. There's a good chance it's going to be more problems than it is going to be pleasure. And you're not that interested anyway. Oh, Polish, you'll age well then. Polish women have good genes. There was a Polish lady that was a assistant manager of the Barnes & Noble. They've torn it down now. When I first moved to Chicago, I lived down there in the Gold Coast, and they built a Barnes & Noble a couple years after I lived there. I was over there all the time. It wasn't the big giant one, but it was good enough. And I got to know the assistant manager there. And she was Polish, and she was probably 50, 52. I'm telling you, man, she had the best genetics ever. Blue eyes, great hair, great hands, nice teeth. In a pair of shorts, she looks like a college kid. I went out with her a couple times, went over to her house and had dinner, but she was like super fucking boring. Everything was a big deal, no sense of humor. So I just said, fuck it. No, yeah, good genes. They have good genes. They're attractive people. Age well, This doctor buddy of mine, they have a lady that cleans their house. She's a Polish. I don't know how she ended up here over in the United States, and super cute. I mean, this lady looks like she'd be Miss Poland. And here she is over here cleaning houses. Not that, that isn't a, okay way to make a living. Yeah, blonde, blue eyes, nice skin. I mean, even her hands look perfect, nails. Beautiful teeth. No, me either. This lady had zero sense of humor. And she was always like a Karen, half-full bitch. I don't think it's the way that somebody for everybody. Now they just came from a bar. He's gonna go give her a good dickin'. You can tell they just started dating. No rings, and he held her hand. There's no fucking way they've been married 20 years. Yeah, me too, Michelle. Yep, same way. Close them. Yeah, she. I don't think she was that way because that she was pretty. I'm sure she got her all sorts of male attention. She was just a bitch. Yeah, there's nothing like it. See, that's what I thought. That's what I was hoping. I like a relationship where it's like that, and the minute it heads south, time to get a new girlfriend. Those are the good days right there. Like I said, you can shop for garbage can lids all night long, and the time just flies by. Anything you want to do, they're up for. There's a golden period on what you can get them to do. And you don't want to let that pass. When they like you and you're having fun, they'll do anything. It's like, well, hey, would you mind if I took this gallon of gas and lit you on fire? Oh, hey, sure. I've never been lit on fire before. Oh, that's great. How about if I tarred and feathered you? That'd be okay too. Great. It's like, I got to work tomorrow. Could you clean my house? Be glad to. I'd love to. Would you like me to walk daisies? I would. At the beginning, there's that tiny time where they'll do anything for you. Yeah, if you catch it, if you, yeah, there's a tiny period there, they'll do anything to you. In my case, they didn't realize what a moody, fucking up and down, fucking psycho, manic, depressive kook I am. So I hide that as good as I can. Walks on the beach, weekend getaways. So great. That's no kidding. That's how it used to be. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, I just don't believe that. I don't believe you can have that honeymoon stage last for 30 or 40 years. These people that do this bullshit always seem a little off. I had neighbors that grew up across the street from me, and they were both on their second marriage or spouses had died. And they were always doing this holding hand bullshit. And she was always sitting right next to him like you were 60, and I just never bought it. I think that's the image they wanted to portray. What a fucking joke. Yeah, me too, Jolene. Yeah. Have a good day, Stephanie. Have a good time tonight. Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good time. Be careful. It is, Laura. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's it, Michelle. Well, you lucky you got it. Yeah. Yeah, lucky. It's short-lived, though. I think it is, too. I tell people all the time when they bring this stuff up and I'm talking to them, I said, look, you guys, you quit your arguing. If either one of you could have done better, you would have. Both you guys, people say I'm not going to settle. The fuck you're not. Everybody settles. Hell yeah. I'm not going to settle. That's just such a indicator that I'm talking to an idiot. Yeah, I just don't believe that at all. My thinking is like, well, she's kind of flat-chested. She gives great head. She doesn't seem to want to leave me when she sees a for real temper tantrum. She lets Daisy sleep in the bed. She's not hitting me up for money. She's open to threesomes. She didn't seem to mind that I watched Pornhub all night long. I think this is a keeper. I think respect is a very important part of a relationship. And this is how, with me, it manifests itself. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Honey, you down there? It's like, oh, don't call me honey. I'm here. What do you want? I'd like to just come down and see you before I go to bed. It's like, yeah, hurry the fuck up. It's like, God, don't get so snippy with me. Well, I'm trying to watch Pornhub, and I just got this pack of Dragon's Milk, and you're down here wanting to fucking chit-chat. Now get the fuck out of here. Tomorrow, I promise, I'll give you 2 or 3 hours. of quality time. We'll do whatever you want, but right now I'm busy. Oh, there's a reason to settle. Yeah, the reason you settle because you're never going to meet someone that meets all that phony criteria you set up. Settling is a facet of all forms of life. Minus paradise or a TV show, you're going to settle. Oh, it does, Tim. I don't care about the unknown. You're going to settle, Emily. Bet your ass you're going to. You're never going to admit it because you set yourself up here, but you're going to settle. You're not. There's going to be something with someone you're getting involved in that you're not going to like and you're not going to be able to change. That's settling. Oh yeah, bad anxiety? Yeah. Oh, 28? Yeah, but you should be pretty damn well experienced at 28. What'd you do? Drop out of the convent or something? Yeah, it sounds like everybody. I mean, it's reality. It is. I've settled. God damn right, and they settled with me big time. Yeah, that's how I am too, Simka. I'm the same way. Yeah, me too. Yeah, that's it, Matt. Bingo. You sure do. Everybody settles. That's exactly right. Oh, there's nothing wrong with playing it safe. Yeah, I'm the same way. Anybody that could put up with me, I don't think they'd do it. Here, that's the problems. That's the dilemma. And that is that when you get into a position to where the kind of person you'd like, you have this idea that would bring fulfillment, they're not going to put up with my bullshit. They're not. Right, Matt? Yeah, no, there's just no perfect way. I mean, you look at the divorce statistics. Don't get down on yourself. You look at now that women can support themselves and there's lots of places they can go and be independent. They don't need to put up with men like they used to. That's one of the reasons. But relationships are difficult, especially if you're around a nut like me. Oh yeah, nah, don't worry. I've never got anywhere near perfection. I've had older guys that over the years teach me little tidbit tricks. They tell me that if you want to see what a woman's going to be like 2 years down the road, look at what the inside of her car is like and if her purse is organized. No, that's not 100% something you can rely on, but it is another iron in the fire. If you go in their car and there's shit laying all over, their purse is just a mess, and they've got Christmas cards in there from 10 years ago, you better be planning on hiring a housekeeper. Oh, and see, you're throwing false signals there, Simka. Isn't that weird? Now, why would there be a difference in that? That one's tidy and one isn't. Have you ever thought of this? George Clooney's gay. That's a fake marriage. I don't care if he is gay, but he is. You know, I know a guy that went to high school with him. Cooking is so easy. Yeah, he's definitely gay. I know a guy that went to high school with him. He comes from that little town in Kentucky right across from Cincinnati. Definitely gay. Aaron Rodgers is gay. I don't care if he is, but he is. Steve Martin's gay. James Caan is gay. Eddie Murphy and Jerome Bettis like transgenders. You don't get busted in well-known transgender parks after hours because you're over there trying to play chess. Yeah, definitely gay, for sure. And then there's other no-brainers like Barry Manilow. Oh, 100%. Actually, they almost charged him with murder on a young gay weirdo deal where the kid supposedly fell off the porch. That was like a Kevin Spacey weird gay deal. Freddie Mercury, that was easy. That's a no-brainer. No, Prince was not gay. No. He acted gay, but he wasn't gay. Big difference. Who else? I'll tell you who likes a big old Willie, Magic Johnson. That guy that wrote that and sang that song, You Don't Have to Take Your Clothes Off. That's the one that gave Magic HIV. I don't know about Mick Jagger being bi. I don't know if does anybody have anything to, is that true? I don't think he is. I wouldn't guess he is. He may be, but that's how he got HIV. It is that guy that did that song. You know, gay friends that I've had, you know, straight people that don't have a gaydar on, I don't care one way or the other, but if you talk to, Frank probably knows this from like, not that Burning Man is a good indicator, but if you ever want to know who's gay and if they're singers or entertainers, all the groupies, you know, they find this out through the party lines, social media. Whenever you see like a singer coming in or something, you'll know if they're gay or not by the groupies that set up shop a couple days before they're there. Now, there are exceptions. I'll give you an exception. Anne Murray, the Canadian singer, she's not gay, but she had a huge gay following. I'm not saying it's a perfect litmus test for who's gay and who isn't. I think that Bowie stuff's all a bunch of bullshit, too. I think that was publicity, and it worked. I mean, he was spinning this, you know, makeup bisexual bullshit as it was just taking off. Yeah. Yeah, Magic Johnson. Yeah. Definitely Aaron Rodgers. James Caan, 100%. Yeah, I don't think he was gay either. I think he kind of threw out some stories out there because when, you know, when Bowie was getting popular, that was like some new stuff, and rather than being swept under the rug, it was kind of cool and rebellious. And like I said, that guy that sold that dating site for all sexes, you've got 95% of the people identifying themselves as bisexual, but they're only searching one sex when they're looking for dates. Why? Because they're lying. If you're bisexual, wouldn't you be looking at both sexes? Once again, people caught with bullshit. Hey, Levy. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, there probably could be, but I mean, they got, you know, when you got all this crazy cash around from being a uh, celebrity, I mean, all you know, you can do whatever you want. But still, in this country, even though gay rights are out there and you get fined if you use gay slurs in an NBA game and all this stuff, there's way more protections that there used to be. But it still, in some circles, is going to cost you a shit ton of money if you come out of the closet. Oprah can tell you that. Tom Cruise isn't going to admit it. Aaron Rodgers isn't going to admit it. Can you imagine if Aaron Rodgers came out of the closet? Now, if he owned a yarn shop or a interior design place or a hair studio, who gives a shit? It probably enhances business, but not as an NFL quarterback. No, I never messed with that. Lie in what sense, Simka? Lie in what sense? What do you mean? That they say they're gay and they're not, or they're just getting derailed from their Lord and Savior temporarily, or what do you mean by that? No, I don't think so either. Oh, deceiving themselves? I don't think that at all. I think they like the same sex, and that's it. No, I never did, Emily. Yeah, the buy stuff, I agree. I think that buy stuff is I think the buy stuff is mainly gay that gets off track here and there. I don't think there's true buy. I think it's mainly dominant one thing or the other. I mean, what defines bi anyway? If you're a female and you sleep with one girl, does that make you bi till the day you die? I don't think so. If you do it every other week, are you bi? Probably. But it's not definitive. Yeah, Dak, yep. All right, Jolene, you have a good day. You get those hormones checked. Things get rough, you're going to get the chosen one vibrator or dildo for Christmas. So things that can only get better. You may use it as a doorstop, you may not. God's child, you're going to get one too. If you get in trouble with your Lord and Savior, just tell him it's a candle. And then ask for forgiveness on Sunday. Yeah, anytime. No problem. Coming right up. Yeah, that's true. That's an accurate statement, Simka. I agree with you. Yep. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here, you guys. I'm going to go into I haven't been in a restaurant, a real legit restaurant in a long time. Get a lamb burger here if they still have them. So you guys have a good Saturday today. Good talking to you. I love these impromptu, spontaneous chats. It's way better than like saying I'm going to be on at 8. I hate doing that. 8 starts rolling around. I don't feel like doing it. I go with if it feels good, do it. That's my religion. You too, Andrea. See ya, Simka. See ya, Dak. Have a great day. See ya, Blue. Bye, Emily. See you, Frisky. See you, God's child. Take care, Frank. Yeah, see you, Graphic. How was work? How was your first day back at work? Bye, Regina. Yep, see you, Emily. Good. Congratulations. Good to be back. Your days off will mean something now. See you, Tim. Yep, same to you. Goodbye, Andrea.